Ho, 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 ho! Hey, everybody! Ah, it's time to yell!
Easy,
oh, it's been so long. We're back, baby. Yes. Oh, he took a bite of gum gum. That's right. Oh, God, Luffy, please, my only God, the only one I worship. Oh, please liberate us from our oppression, please. I'm mauling, I'm seething.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, we made it. We survived, and we made it all the way through. How you doing out there, everybody? Wait, did I remember to update the thing? Oh, where'd I go? There I am. Hello, all. It's good to see you. What's going on, everybody? Oh, all right. So we are back, chapter 1054. Hey, thanks, Chernobite. What's up, nerds? Finally made a stream for the first time in weeks. Well, you're not the only one.
Easy money.
Yes, indeed. What's this? Greg's post about the Nika stuff. Okay, tell you what. I will save that link. I'll bring this up. I figured after we get through the chapter, we can just like go over like the fourth part of the road to Raftel, because who cares? You know, it's basically nothing, but I don't know, maybe Greg has some interesting insights, who knows? What's the Discord link? Oh, let's shift over here real quick. Woo 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 wiggy wham woo wazzle, here we go. Funny man, yeah. All right, here we go. Check it out. Yo, you want to join the Discord, people? Scroll on down and click the silly old Sunny Go right here. Join the Discord by clicking that fucking ship. Here's the YouTube page, my main YouTube channel, etc. Check this shit out. And hey, and before we continue talking about the chapter, highly recommend the fresh green bullcorn. Sounds delicious to me. Hey, before you do anything else, we talk about anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, BGE viewers all worldwide, there is, in fact, a blessed new episode of the BGE Monthly Cast out. Time to take a bite of cum as you check his shit out. I regret saying that. But, yeah, hey, new BG Monthly Cast. It's 2 hours long. It's extremely juicy. And let me just let you guys know, all you Talkin' Pirates viewers, good stuff, Spooker. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This shit right here might be particularly of interest to the viewers of this stream here. You know, I think you should enjoy it. Literally no one cares. Well, that's too bad. Well, what about Spooker said it was a good episode? I think one person cares, you know. So that's something. Yes, continue to give me your money for it, people. Thank you. It's good. Go listen to it. A two-piece? Hey, man, you'll have to listen and find out. We got to check the people who subbed here real quick. Who was that? That was Brandon Working, subscribing twice or something. Thanks, buddy.
Easy money.
And let me real quick. Oh, I forgot to pull up Streamlabs. Streamlabs. Let me just see who. I think I saw at least one person sign up real quick, and then we can move on and get to things. Will you release the two-piece conspiracy like the thematic versus technical vid? There's some thinking along those lines. There is some thinking. Would you enjoy that? I'm curious what the people think. Yeah, I've got to eat the hiatus fruit myself personally. Oh, a Chernobite. All right, that was you. We got that. What's up, nerds? It was Shacky Chan 5850. Thanks, buddy.
Easy
Let's go.
money.
He claims. All right, there you go.
That's pretty good, right?
Thank you. Vendelici. Hey, thanks, buddy. All right, once again.
Easy money.
TYB. Thank you, Baxter. All right, and with that being said, I think we're ready to go. Let's. Oh my God, guys, the hype train is running. The hype train. Oh God, Twitch. Oh, Twitcherino boys. Oh, it's happening. Oh, is One Piece ending soon? We will address that a little bit, I guess, at the end of the stream, because I also want to quickly go through that translation. So we're going to do the chapter, and then we will quickly talk about probably the Road to Raftel Volume 4. I don't plan on talking about it in depth. I don't even know if I read it in depth. Who really cares? You know, there might be like one thing of note in the entire thing, maybe. And what's the other thing? And then we'll talk about that interview that Oda did with Look at this fucking artwork. Jesus Christ. How is this? It's a woman who does Detective Conan, right? How has this individual not learned how to draw in like the 20, 30 fucking years that this series has been? Why does this look so unbelievably jank? Like, at least Oda's like, he's really got the style down with Luffy over here, but I don't know, man. All right, I don't care about that. Show me my red-pilled bull. You got it, buddy. You got it. Oh, it is a man? Okay, I don't know. I thought I heard it was a woman. All right, there you go. How to draw manga looking ass. It's true. It's true. Look at this eye. Is it just me, or is this eye simply in the wrong location? What am I looking at? How are you not at the Reverie One Piece? Well, you see, those people at the One Piece YouTube Reverie, you see, they're the Tenryubito. All right, they are the appointed, the anointed world leaders. Right, us down here, we are the Blackbeards. All right, we are the schemers. We will do whatever we need to. We will say whatever we need to say. We will do whatever we need to do. We will kill friends and enemies alike in order to obtain our goals. And I'm going to assassinate them all, and it's going to be great. We're just too base. I don't know, man. If those guys invited me, I'd probably go, but I'm not on their radar. I'm not a big One Piece talky guy like them, so what can you do? And my One Piece stuff on my main channel hasn't been like enough of it to justify it, you know? I don't know. What can you do? What can you do? Hey, my fucking One Piece lecture just crossed 800,000 views, I think. Not bad. Not bad. Easy money. All right, you got it.
Easy money.
You're what Joker would call a schemer. It feels good. Zehaha. All right. We will retcon ourselves into the podcast. That's the way to go. That's a big brain strategy right there.
Bazinga.
Okay. All right. 1,000 of those are me. Well, thank you, Widfur. All right. Let's talk about the chapter, shall we? Enough fucking around. We'll get to all the pleasantries as we go. All right. So first of all, I noticed up here in the corner, I know that people have been passing around stuff here or there, but like this is the cover of Shonen Jump. This appears to be, to my eye, the first real official like reveal of the Nika colors and red eyes, white clothing, white hair. Again, even this, it isn't like literally Oda's drawing, so like there's like a little bit of doubt, but I mean, Jesus Christ, it's right next to, I don't know, like Oda's art of Luffy, assuming he did it, right on the cover here. Did you see the volume 103 cover? I did. It was like the Nika silhouette in front of the thing. Yes, it's Luffy Blanco. There he is. F for the guy who got the tattoo. Indeed. Yeah, I didn't love it. In fact, maybe we can pull it up real quick. Volume 103 One Piece cover. I mean, it's just like, if you like Nika, you're going to like it. If you have any issues, then you probably won't. Here, this appears to be it. Now, I gotta say, the best thing about this is not the Nika stuff. All right, so you can see. The best thing about it is definitely Soido in the middle here. He's straight up just... Oh, he's literally the sound. You can hear the sound when you look at his face. Oh, he looks great. Okay. There's a color version made by Oda in this chapter. Is there? Oh shit, you're right. Oh, but the eyes weren't confirmed. Okay, we'll check that out. I'm heckin' gonna become the Pirate King arena. Okay, so you can see Luffy's got like, you know, normal colored, like flesh colored skin, like white everything else. His mid scarf thing is like purple, it looks like. So okay, there you go. That's what it looks like. Soy Boy and Joy Boy on the same page. This will feed into the like the Virgin Kaido versus the Chad, you know, Goofy Luffy. So there's that, and then you got Kid doing his big fucking whatever you call it, railgun, and oh, I do like. Oh, you see, he's also, if you look closely, you can see Kid crooning in the corner over here. I love to see that, and thanks, Corny Caramel 1999.
Easy money.
Thanks for the easy money. So he's coping and seething. This man's crooning. Kid is being based as always. All right, that's great. All right, good job. All right, so there you go. It looks pretty decent. What can I say? And again, if you like Nika, you're going to like this. That's all there is to say. Whatever. All right, so there's Nika Man, and let's get straight to it. Cover some kind of crossover. Now, I haven't read this. Is this thing out? I assume it is. Like, what does it actually mean that there's a crossover? Is, like, Luffy literally hanging out with, like, Detective Conan? Isn't Conan, like, a small child? Who is this person? I have no idea who this is. Is this, like, a main character? I don't know. Oh, you're absolutely right, Molotov Bartender. I almost forgot. Of course, we have to start our betting scheme because we are a hardcore gambling stream here on Talking Pirates. We have to start our prediction. In fact, okay, let's pull it up. So this was for... that's Conan? I thought Conan had like... Is that Joy Boy? I thought Conan had, like, black hair or something, and also, like, was a child. Wasn't that, like, the whole thing? And, like, wears glasses? I don't know. I don't care. All right. Last time on One Piece, Recompleted was the winner. Wait, where is it? I have to play it.
You're gonna be recompleted.
It was Recompleted, and that was pretty based. But go to... It was a lot of strong attraction for Hacked there. So that's something. But now let's see. So we gotta take it back to basics, right? It's a real chapter. There can only be two choices. It's gotta be, is it Goda or is this chapter Hackta? You got 30 minutes to vote. Bet all your Buckaroo bits, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Hackta really had a strong showing last time, so bet wisely. So all right, start prediction, go. There you go. Did it go? Okay, I think it went. All right, there it is. So feel free to vote now and vote often, and risk your entire life savings of Buckaroo bits. All right, here we go. Chapter time. Here we go. My boys over at TCB. Thanks, guys. You know, I realized I never noticed until like a couple of days ago that like the names of the actual guys are here. Now I notice. What do you know? All right, notes. What does Oda have to say for us? Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a dramatic impact on the mangaka industry. Oh, that's right. To this day, fans continue to play in the world Takahashi Sensei created. Rest in peace. As you probably know, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator, Takahashi, I forget his first name, tragically died. He was snorkeling. He was like 65, I think. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. Thanks for the card games that drove my friends to autism. But never me. I never played it. Where is the poll? If you refresh the page, it should be there. Am I right, guys? Is the poll up properly? Yeah, oh yeah, people are voting now. Okay, there you go. It should have been me. Yeah, I agree. It should have been you and not Takahashi. All right, so let's just say, what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? Obviously, Pot of Greed.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Bazinga.
There you go. Also, no, it's Pot of Greed. That's it. Just click the Buckaroo hat too. Does that do it? Bet it all on Hackta. All right, there you go. Oh, I love it when they go in on Hackta. Okay, it's always comedy gold. So this color spread is absolutely beautiful, and I do love it. Obviously, okay, Nika Hack is just going to prevail throughout the rest of the series. I am slowly getting used to the Nika's presence, and again, if all the lore stuff was just addressed in a better way, and like the powers were exactly the same, that would go a long way. Okay, what can you do? Fine, whatever. Not going to wank on that. When all in on Goda, I hope you mean literally all in. I want to see some full life savings bets on Goda and Hackta. Okay, but anyway, Luffy does look cool. I like everything about Luffy's actual design and look. Of course, he's going for like a Super Saiyan thing. And you know, stepping back from like the, am I mad about Nika? Do I like it?
Easy money.
Thank you. What is it? The Singe. Thanks, Singe, buddy. Shanks' eyes are mesmerizing. I actually kind of wish Luffy's were open so we could like see the color next to these guys. But, what was I saying? Right. Aside from everything about like, is Nika good or bad? I just do like it as like this like 1,000 chapters later homage to like Super Saiyan, which it pretty clearly is. Obviously, Dragon Ball was his inspiration. Like Oda edged for a million years. And again, I don't think that it was like, it wasn't chapter 1, or I don't think he planned like Devil Fruit Awakening from chapter 1 or anything. But the way that it's been worked in, it's like Oda really showed a lot of restraint, and then he saw an opportunity to like give Luffy like a Super Saiyan-esque transformation. And in that sense, I think it's cute and charming. And again, after 1,000 chapters, like it rubs me in the right kind of way, you know. But anyway, there you go. That's enough positive stuff about Goda for now. We gotta pump up. I've gone all in on. I've shorted the market on Goda, so I need to pump up Hackta really high right now. I think that's how that works, right? All right. Buggy being an emperor is complete cringe now. Funny for one page, now it's annoying. Hey, so you're where I'm at, where I've been for a while now. But, I mean, it's with all these things that annoy me initially, for me, it's just the longer the times go on, like, the sharp pain has been dulled, and it becomes a dull throbbing of, like, okay, every day someone should challenge Buggy. He is weak. He can't defeat like anybody. He's 2 for 0 against Luffy, guys. Luffy needed Nami and Zoro's help to beat. Yeah, all right. Fucking
Bazinga.
Bazinga to you too, my dude. All right. So, they look cool, and also I'm sure I'm not the only one to have noticed blue, red, and then black and white. Haha, epic, very cool. Nicely done, Oda. Looks great. I can't wait for... So, clearly these are going to be... What are our 4 gods? God of rain, God of fucking land, God of moon, and God of sun, right? Skypiea Chads. Chapter 1 shit here, no doubt about it. It's all coming together. The plan is coming together. All right, there you go. The 4 guardian beasts. 4 emperors. All right, there it is. All right, great. Thanks for that, Oda. Good drawings. I really like, actually, Oda's coloring. It looks very... Like, it's not, like, realistic. Like, you can see the lines here, but I don't know. Something about it is very appealing. I don't even know how he does it. How does he overlay the color over the like ink lines. He must go over it afterward and like redraw them or something. Okay, whatever. And also the shine here looks great. I don't know. I really like Oda's coloring style. It looks very nice. All right, anyway. Okay, on to Le Chapterino. Flower capital Wano. Conflict stirs amid. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So things are happening. The samurai are getting stirred up. They know something's going on. So, okay, the ability to sway others. That really is something you don't see very often. Now, immediately right out of the gate, what the fuck is he talking about? Okay, and yes, of course,
The American people are tired of...
Wano. We all agree on that. It's time to go. Buggy's crew has probably upgraded old villains 100%. I would love that. It'd be such a great excuse to bring back, like, I don't know, Don Krieg, you know? Yeah, okay. So talking about Sabo, you're probably right. However, why would he be thinking about Sabo right now out of nowhere? I mean, I don't think that that's insane. How do you donate? There's a thing on the thing for you can do bits. I think bits are a thing, if that's what you mean. But also you can go to Streamlabs. You can do like what is it like the Nightbot, and that'll give you a link to like the thing if you want to donate or something, or just sub. You know, subbing is cool too. I don't know. People do what they like to do. Now what was I saying? He's talking about Akainu. Now it kind of makes me want to go see what he was just saying, but we've kind of cut away. The ability to sway others really is something. Yeah, I don't know. Like, who exactly is he talking about? Again, it's easy to think he's talking about Sabo or possibly Akainu, who he was just thinking about. But also, I mean, like, he's here to capture Luffy and kill Luffy, you know? I guess he's just speaking in general. Again, I mean, this just raises the concerns of the Nika thing. However, Oda, you know, that was in Road to Raftel, crossed out. That, like, it seems like Oda did away with that idea. Don't speculate about it too much. Like, the fact that Luffy was able to get, like, all of Wano to love him or something, I don't know. He's talking about Tama. That must be it. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Somebody help him out with the... Wait, the Streamlabs link, if you scroll down on the page... Now I remember. If you scroll down on the page, there's a Streamlab link down there. And if you're on your phone, I can't help you. Okay. Luffy's allies are literally in front of him. Yes, there you go. Although, well, actually, I don't think that's true, because look, he sees, you don't see that very often, then there's that, that sound effect or whatever, that little visual cue, is to show that his attention is changing and he is noticing something. So actually, it seems more likely he's thinking about something else, and then here's the change as he notices the samurai lined up in front of him. So, yeah, you know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. He's not implying Nika stuff, whatever, who cares? I don't even want to speculate like he might be. All right, here's the samurai. They're here to deal with your boy. All right, a marine, one of Luffy's enemies from overseas. Do you have any first clue about the ways of the outside world? The celestial dragons are gods. A country like this, with no ties to the world government, has no standing. That's true. They are an ANCAP paradise, as Kaido dreamed. Don't be mad. It's how the world works. Flexing forest muscle. Okay, there he goes. The forest fruit made me a forest man. My Logia power is nature incarnate. A source of life that rivals the seas. Now, this immediately seems rather OP, and it's like the first Hokage in Naruto and stuff. And again, if it's a forest allows him to be very vague with his powers, because it's not like it's just like the tree fruit. We see different kinds of flowers. We see all kinds of different kinds of life. Could he generate some kind of magical plants that can do all kinds of stuff? Like, if ever a magical secret plant is mentioned, this man could grow it, I think, is all I'm saying. And that's kind of shit is pretty common in these. And I don't know. Like, there is some distinction between him and Pika. It was very clear with Pika. Pika never transformed his body. Pika morphed stone around him and remained stationary. Oda was extremely careful to make that distinct so that his power was actually useful for negating Haki's advantages. This guy is different. Oh yeah, he can just grow devil fruits, that's for sure. This guy is different. He clearly is extending his body into this nature stuff, but like, I don't know, like, is this branch over here, if I cut that, is he wounded? I don't know. I don't know. Because, like, when Aokiji would, like, shoot ice things, it like, clearly if you chop one of those, it doesn't hurt him. So, like, is this still part of him? It's going to be a little bit vague. Again, who really cares? It's just going to be up to Oda to, like, if this guy ever has, like, a real fight, to like just show us when he's being actually hurt, when he's not. It's a vaguely defined power. Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, he can definitely grow that dank weed, bro. Base.
I'm the Joker, baby.
All right. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter, but it is a cool power. I do like it on the face of it. It does seem like it might be overpowered, you know, kind of like the first Hokage was like way overpowered, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We're cutting back to the festival. Whatever. That's fine. It's time. Oh, wait. Bulging muscles, but use the kanji for Forbidden Hatred Forest. Okay. It's time you learned a hard truth. Humanity only got this far by enforcing hierarchies. We've got to put non-affiliated nation like yours in their place. That order is what keeps life going. Prejudice breeds stability. Base department? I'm getting a message. We're getting a message. It's coming in. Base department is phoning in right now. Fuck Wano, bros. Fuck Wano. Okay. Okay, now, there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of just, like, interpretation of what this means. Some people have been like, he's saying racism good. He's saying, fuck people different than me. I love it when I see people oppressed for whatever reason. Okay, I think what he's actually saying here, with, like, the most reasonable reading of this, he's saying what we're all thinking. Ah! Like, when he says, like, prejudice, I kind of want to check the translation on this stuff, because, like, I feel like that might be a bit of just, like, an overly broad translation, because what he is saying here is that he's, like, pro-totalitarianism, he's pro-hierarchy, clearly, and then there's just, like, this one word about prejudice, but prejudice can mean many things, you know? Like, he's saying that, like, you can say prejudice based on, like, class, for example, you know? So, like, I really think that what he's actually implying, because it is he is explicitly clarifying here is he's saying, like, yo, Wano itself as a non-allied nation is, like, below the world government that is, like, a higher on the hierarchy of, like, power. So, like, we're going to impose our will because we have, you know, whatever, moral truth on our side, we've got political power, blah blah blah. So, like, I really think that's what he's doing. When people are being like, yo, sign this guy up. He would be best friends with Zoro, with Shanks. You know, they love seeing people different than them oppressed. That's based. So, you know, I just think that's what he's really getting at. But, hey, far be it for me from stopping the speculation and stopping those incoming phone calls from the base department. You know, I would never interfere with that. He's no fan of Jinbei. And, okay, he's gonna say a little more things. I'll comment on him in a moment. Well, you know what? No, just on that front, on that point right there, I like this guy. There's things I like about him. I think his power is cool. I think he's being a bit on the nose. And is it too hard to? Is it a really debatable fact that he is the most, like, one-dimensional and, like, cartoonishly evil admiral so far? I mean, I compare him to guys like Kizaru. Now, Kizaru showed up, just, like, didn't give a fuck about anything, and just, like, did the bidding of the world government, and kind of just, like, played around, you know? It's true, Kizaru didn't, like, have a lot of nuance to him. He just was, I do what the world government says, and, like, laugh and joke about it. It's just that this guy is being presented as really cartoonishly evil, and unlike a guy like, I mean, obviously the foil is going to be guys like Akainu. See, the thing about Akainu is, Akainu has, like, a really, well, I think it's more that, like, we learned about Akainu over such a long period of time, and we slowly learned, excuse me, about, like, his philosophy, and then when he showed up, it was kind of the capstone moment to, like, be like, yes, I have this, like, extreme view that, like, I will destroy all pirates, and, well, I mean, obviously, you could make a claim this guy isn't evil specifically either. Actually, you know what? I do think that he comes across as more actively evil than Akainu, because obviously the point with Akainu, like, from everything we've seen about him, is that he thinks that pirates are, like, a plague and need to be destroyed for good. Again, it's absolute justice, not, like, willy-nilly evil. And, again, with this guy, you can make a claim also that he's saying that, yeah, Akainu is just, like, lawful neutral. He loves the fucking law. Meanwhile, and I mean, there is a moral case to make that Akainu has a point. Again, the nature of One Piece doesn't agree with it. I don't agree with it totally. But at a minimum, you can really respect his commitment to the philosophy. He believes in absolutes, a necessary evil to defeat chaos. Indeed, big piss kidney. That's exactly what I was going to say. So, and again, he's willing to, like, kill innocent people on the threat of there being, like, pirates aboard with them, like when he destroyed the civilian ships out of Ohara. So there you go. So yeah, and he's kind of a good foil to Luffy in that way. Luffy is obviously big, freedom, kind of chaos man, as opposed to Akainu. Okay, but this man is just, like, literal hierarchy good. Hierarchy based on nothing but power good. Like, this is what he is articulating, and just because we have power and you don't have power, that makes, like, us right and you wrong. That is cartoonish. That is a cartoonish, like, infantile, retarded articulation of, like, a philosophy of justice, which it basically just isn't at all. Is that Confucian? So again, and by the way, he showed up for one chapter, has declared his philosophy, and and that is how much we're expected to, like, and we're instantly expected to, like, like him or appreciate him on that basis, when it's just, like, really thin, and it's the worst philosophy so far. And at least with a guy like Kizaru was just kind of, like, doing his job. He wasn't, like, saying, "This is my philosophy. Prejudice breeds stability," and then says the N-word, Nate head, and pieces out. We would all be shocked if he did that. So it's cartoonish, it's unsubtle. Not that One Piece is the most subtle thing, but it's been done better in the past. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little lame. So I would like a little bit more, like, character there before we kind of tease out the philosophy, because, like, nobody thinks this way. In real life, literally nobody acts this way. Everybody has a moral justification. No one says, "I do what I do because I have power and you don't have power." Like, in real life, there's nothing to be learned from that. There always is a moral justification that, like, villains have in real life. So for that reason, this guy is, like, boring. That's why. The worst people throughout history had arguments as to why they were doing what they're doing. So that's what makes somebody interesting, and so far he's acting this way, Okay, well, you're saying they just lie. So no one just, like, talks like this in public unless they're... This is the kind of talk that, like, a serial killer, once they've, like, captured one of their victims, and they're gonna, like, kill them or whatever, and then they feel comfortable, like, explaining how, like, "Oh yeah, like, I'm, like, a soulless monster, and, like, I just like to hurt people for no reason." Like, that's the kind of argumentation going on here. Am I sure? Well, look, even if a person like this has existed and has said, "I have the right of fucking..." Well, even, I was gonna say of divine kings, even that is an argument. His argument is, power gives me the permission. That's it. Because I'm part of the world government, that's all there is to it. Now, again, if he just articulated more about, like, why he believes in the world government, and I'm not going to buy that, like, I'm supposed to assume that or know that by now, just, like, more fleshing out of why he is the way he is, that is what I would want so that I could like this character better. That's what I'm talking about. So, again, maybe he's going to get to that. We're going to flesh him out. I could see him not even believing in the world government. He believes in Akainu. Again, and I mean, they did, like, make that clear last chapter. It's just still... all I can say is I want more. I want more. I want it to be a little more subtle. I know it's One Piece. A little more subtle would be good. A little less on the nose would be good. But, okay, whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. So he continues to make his arguments here. And again, this isn't untrue. Humanity only got this far by enforcing hierarchy. That's the moral justification. That's true. That's true. Well, I don't really have a problem with him. I mean, this is actually the best part of his appearance here, really. Him saying that, like, hierarchy good because it enforces stuff. Yeah, and I mean, that is something. That's not the worst argument ever. It's just, again, we don't know who he is personally. He's saying, like, just a idea about hierarchy specifically. It's kind of an inhuman way of talking, though. And I would like him to be a little bit more of a character, a little bit less of just, like, this one sort of abstract power philosophy being articulated, you know? So that's it. All right, so whatever, we can keep talking. To be fair, he is a tree. Well, you got me there. The man is a tree.
Easy money!
hierarchy equals natural evolution equals plant-based devil fruit. Hey, that's not bad. You know, some people have said that like maybe he's like 800 years old, so that his philosophy kind of just really is that shallow because he's just, I don't like, he just like is a force of nature. And so, you know, I mean, there's always a chance nuance is lost in translation. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, in real life, there's a debate to be had about like the role of hierarchy in reality. Now, should you just like go murder people because they're outside the hierarchy? Probably not. You know, I don't know. It's an interesting debate, and it's a very one-note thing about it, and I would just like a little bit more fleshing out. You know, that's all. He's trying to get to the root of things.
The American people are tired of women.
There you go. All right, that's fine. Okay. Okay, genocide is badass. There you go. One Piece X death. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty based. All right. No laws would be broken if you died here. True. Rah ha ha ha. Okay, there he goes. You can go ahead and try to stop me. I'll butcher thousands of your people if that's what it takes to get to Straw Hat Luffy. Okay, again, a little cartoonishly evil. Like, I don't think most admirals would act that way. But again, he's not most Marine. I meant to say most Marines. He is one specific character. Okay, all right. Seems a little cartoonishly evil, but that's all right. Like, Akainu would do the same. That is true, but I don't know. I feel like he'd phrase it a little bit differently. Sora would kill 10 trillion lesser beings to save Kairi. Indeed. I mean, like, Oda is clearly setting this man up as very evil. It's just a bit on the nose. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Akainu wouldn't laugh about it. That's true. He would furrow his brow and do what needs to be done. That's what he would do. That's what he would do. Because Akainu is a true believer, man. He is a true believer. Okay, so here we go. And then here comes the bonk. Here comes Yamato and bonk. Okay, there you go. Gakon. So got slapped by Yamato. Man, that hurt. That's some hockey you've got there. Oh, you're so strong. You're so strong, Yamato. I love you. Oh, please don't join the crew and make the Straw Hats undefeatable, please. All right, so Job Bull is back, losing once again. Okay, he's got like a weird devil fruit, but like, okay, he's not jobbing just yet, you know. He got stopped momentarily. The samurai are putting up a pretty good fight, but we'll see how this goes. I do not want this man to job, you know. I don't. I need him to be strong and powerful. These people went through 20 years of tyranny. They're able to say, okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm Yamato. I'm real cool. Everybody loves me. Okay, whatever. They're fighting. Okay, Momo, haha, comes out. Wait, was Momo here? Okay, Momo just showed up and is doing a Le Blast Breath, and then, haha, comedy. Comedy. Okay, I actually like this a lot. I was wondering if this is going to be an actual, it was going to be an actual Bolo breath, or Bozo breath, rather. Nope. He has to, like, train or something. Yeah, and she is calling herself Yamato. We're slowly moving in the right direction. We're acknowledging a biological connection to Kaido. We're slowly, we're generating brain cells. You know, she's being pulled out of her haze of madness. I love to see it. And, okay, the Bozo breath doesn't go off. Looking like a clown out there. Now, this could have been played for more comedy, I think. Right. Whatever, they're fighting, who cares? And then here he goes, comedy run. Did he learn that from Luffy? I think he did. I will still drive you from the capital. Okay, gives him a nice bite, and as we know, that bite is powerful because it even hurt Kaido, which I kind of think is ridiculous, but okay, whatever, it happened. He's also a dragon, that's fine. No one will ever bring dread and terror to our people again. I vowed that I would not allow it. Okay, now there's something, I guess maybe there's something to note about like this pink dragon thing. First I've heard of this ability, and it's interesting that like Rokugyu here is highlighting it, because of course, a gay dragon? Wait, where is that? A gay dragon?
And there's a guy that's a little bit base.
That's Momo for you. Fleshlight dragon, indeed. And what was I gonna say? Oh, so Kaido's devil fruit was specifically like an azure dragon. So like it being blue is actually like kind of plot relevant, or is like sort of relevant to what it is. It's the fish fruit model azure dragon. And as it hasn't been confirmed yet, but it is extremely likely that Momo's like smile, it's not actually a smile, it's Vegapunk's quote unquote failed devil fruit, is probably based on Kaido's. So, like, maybe it wasn't a perfect copy. It's, like, a little bit different or something. His powers could, in theory, be slightly different. I don't know. I'm mildly interested in seeing if anything comes of that, you know? That'd be cool. Cherry blossom colors, indeed. Tips, whatever that straw hat is that the monks wear in Wano, in Japan. Whatever that's called, you know what I'm talking about. Or's Gods, you know what I'm talking about. Or's Jr. Okay, and Momo is getting mogged by Green Man. Okay, absolutely pathetic. Yamato, stay out of this. You gonna 1v1 this man? What's going on here? Also, I love that Yamato is not with the Straw Hats. Let's just keep that up, my dudes. Let's just get her out of here. That would be wonderful. Now, hopefully, Yamato decides to stay here permanently to keep fighting off this guy while he stays. I would love that. Let's just keep that energy going, Oda. That'd be great. All right, the seas around Wano. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this ship looks a little familiar. This looks a little familiar, guys. It looks a little familiar. It's surreal. But he's really considered one now. Let's go, boss. Luffy's become a great pirate. Okay. Oh, who hit it? Oh, it's the Red Man. Okay, the Red Man group has shown up. Here they go. This takes me back. Last time I was here, we were giving Odin-san a send-off. So he hasn't been back since he was a kid. There you go. Momo and Hiyori must all be grown up by now. Indeed. Sort of. Boss, let's go see Luffy already. Oh, my God. It's the whole gang. He really is something now. Hang on. I'm not ready to meet Usopp yet. Okay. Even in the midst of this wholesome Marino movie tie-in chapter, Yasopp is still a fucking deadbeat ass dad. Jesus Christ. Get your shit together. Absolutely embarrassing. And of course, he learned it from his captain, right? No doubt about that. He hasn't changed. He will never change. Kid's here too, right? It hasn't been that long since that brat tried to pick a fight with us. Oh, yeah, right. So a kid lost his arm fighting the red hairs. There you go. Oh, my God. It's Red Man. I love you. Please be my father and my son and my wife and my husband. There he is. All right. Okay, cool. Look at this. Okay, now that's the smirk of a man who planned it all since chapter 1, baby. That's clearly a man with a plan. Okay, we're going to address what Shanks knew and when he knew it. Let's get through this a little bit right here. Okay, he's thinking back, all right? We're thinking long and hard, right? Here we go. It's the Red Man group. There they are, sailing their ship. Okay, and now Ben, Yasopp, and Lucky Roo are saying, seems like they've got CP9 agents on board. What a pain. To which Shanks replies, who cares? Let's go. They fight. It's a world government ship. Okay, as we're now being told. Again, back in the day, Oda was very vague in the way that he said it. They specifically said an enemy ship in chapter 1. So, okay, he left it nice and wide open. So no lore contradictions. But, okay, we'll see what's going on. What are they after? It's not like we've got any proper treasure, only some minor devil fruit, says clearly who's who when he was still in CP9. What's the big deal? Isn't it just the one that makes you rubbery? Okay, so everybody knew about the gum fruit. It was in the volume, etc. Okay, and here we go. Back in Windmill Village, we got Luffy partying with Shanks and the gang. There's they're having a nice sit down. Okay, cool, very nice. I don't think we ever saw this scene in particular. In fact, I wonder if this is actually a new scene. I mean, it is a new scene, but I wonder if the idea here is that he's like telling Luffy the origin story of the hat, so that like Luffy will later know that the hat was Gold Roger's or something. And maybe he's going to explain that actually this hat, you see Captain Roger had it, but actually it goes back to Joy Boy himself, who wore this hat and passed it down to his literal descendant, Goldie Roger. Oh, it's a whole big thing, Luffy. I'm going to give it to you because you canonically ate the God fruit. It's going to be great. You're going to love it, Luffy. Just hang on to this hat. Okay, there you go. I can't wait for all of that. Very exciting to learn when that reveal happens. It's going to be great. Okay, and there's Shanks getting his shit rocked, smiling. Now, again, okay, this scene is utterly nonsensical because hockey now exists. So it is completely ridiculous that this would happen as we now understand powers to work in One Piece. However, we just need to ignore that. The smile means he's not using hockey. Okay, because if he's not using hockey, Why would he choose to let his arm be devoured? There is nothing to be gained for it. There absolutely nothing, unless there's like some fucking prophecy bullshit, but it doesn't make any sense. Like some retarded shit, like he deliberately lost the arm to motivate Luffy. Don't tell me anybody here actually believes something that retarded, all right? That is completely ridiculous and not needed whatsoever. And it's just some like retconny, retarded prophecy bullshit stuff that I'm not even going to entertain because it's terrible. Okay, but that being said, that's the reason. But you know what, lad? I've got to say, though, the thing is, you guys might be right, because as we now understand the series, look at this smug smile. What is this implying about Shanks? I mean, I want to believe that it implies that, like, Shanks is like, well, in order to save this child, I had to sacrifice my arm, so here I go doing it. However, with Haki as it exists, it doesn't make any sense that this would happen unless he actively chooses to not use Haki. It's the only thing that makes sense, unless this is some sort of grand conspiracy. So once again, Hacta's writing, Hacta's writing has put us in a box where it forces us to make obviously wrong and not planned out speculation about Shanks. That might, I don't know, be true or not, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know. What if Shanks simply didn't have Haki by that point? There's no way that's true. There's absolutely no way. He traveled with Odin and Gold Roger, the Haki man. Right. Wait until the reveals that Shanks simply can't use armament Haki. The swordsman guy, right? The guy who used to duel with Mihawk. Oh, God. No, I'm not going to entertain. His captain was Gold Roger. All right? Look, yes, Oda has written himself into a box where it doesn't make any sense. It's simply a skill issue, right? He put it all on Conqueror's Haki. He put none of it. He didn't spec into armament Haki, right? So there you go. Deeply embarrassing. Doesn't make any sense. But this is the world that we're forced to live in. Thanks, Hacta. All right. Okay. Right now, guys, if you bet on Goda, I'd be getting real nervous. I'd be getting real sweaty right now. The Hacta facts are rising. The Hacta stakes, the odds are spiking right now. So, all right, get it in now while you can on the second degree market. All right. I'm afraid Oda will say that he did it to encourage Luffy. That would be I lost my kidney betting on Goda. That would be deeply troubling. That would be deeply troubling. Okay, what Oda needs to do. Okay, because look, Oda in his heart, right? He knows he didn't plan this shit because it's obviously not true. It wasn't there. So what he needs to do, right? Look, a series goes for 25 years. Some retcons are going to be in there, right? Okay, it's not the end of the world. Oda just needs to be real vague about everything. And I will give Oda credit. He was real vague about this. Now, let's address the what did Shanks know and when he knew it. Aside from the fucking Haki arm stuff. Okay. The fucking Nika fruit. There it is, boys. There it is.
He took a bite of gum gum.
No. He took a bite of the human fruit, mythical Zoan model Nika, and there it is in that fruit, as of course Shanks knew. All right. Okay. Did Shanks know? Right. That's the question. Did Shanks know? All right. Here's the reason to believe that Shanks did know. It's because why would Shanks and his group go out of their way to attack this particular ship in order to get this fruit? It does somewhat strain belief that Shanks would have no idea and would like go out of his way to do all this. So it does seem fairly likely that Shanks did in fact know that this like fruit was special and went out of his way to get it. Because literally, why else pick a fight with CP9? Now, the counterpoint to that is, okay, maybe Shanks and his crew were just wild boys who like to raid ships, and maybe they even knew that there was a devil fruit on board, and they grabbed it. And again, I mean, I'm not even going to bring up, like, the contradictions of, like, in Chapter 1, like, how Shanks, if he knew that Luffy ate his fruit, he should just be, like, way more fucked up about it. Okay, but you know what? Some of that makes sense. Shanks was shocked, so I'm not going to say that that necessarily ruins anything. But what I will say is, it's possible, it is theoretically possible that Shanks just wanted to get the fruit in general. Do I think that's the most likely thing? No, I don't. If I had to bet money right now, I think where Oda is going with this is that Shanks did know about the fruit. That's where I would put my money, even though I don't want it to be true. Okay, but what does that mean? What does that mean from there? Because I think I'll just summarize my thought. We've been talking about this in like the server and stuff. Okay, so Shanks could have known that it was the Nika fruit, all right, which is a little bit hacked, but okay, whatever. We can move past that. The real hacked would be if he gave Luffy the fruit intentionally, and that would fuck with his relationship with Luffy. Now, if he knew what the fruit was and Luffy ate it by accident, and then he bets on Luffy because he ate the fucking Nika fruit, that does still fuck with their relationships, and it does affect Shanks being like, well, I just met this kid who talked just like Captain Roger and ate this like ridiculous gum fruit, and he ate like the goofiest fruit. It was so low power, but because he reminds me of Captain Roger, for that reason, I choose to believe in this kid, and I gave him my arm, etc. Because Luffy had already eaten the fruit by that point. If Shanks knew, and then Shanks bets his arm on that kid who had eaten like the super devil fruit that he knew was the case, that does fuck with Shanks' relationship with Luffy in really unfortunate ways. It does. It makes it so that he really had no choice but to bet on Luffy, which does fuck with their relationship in a serious way. It gives it a totally different element. It wasn't just that Shanks believed in Luffy because he reminded him of his captain or whatever. It's because he had no fucking choice but to believe in him. He trusted the Nika plan since chapter 1. Yeah, clearly that's what it was. So, and it's one of these things that, I don't know, Oda will think, well, it's been 1,000 chapters of people liking this kind of relationship, but now that 1,000 chapters have happened, I can just totally reshape their relationship, and no one's gonna care, because no one's gonna go back to read chapter 1 and consider the changes and the implications of the relationship. No one's gonna do that. I will. And the fucking wikis are all going to get updated to say that, asterisk, actually Luffy was never trusted by Shanks for this reason. It was actually because he had no choice because he had eaten the Nika fruit. So that's not good. That's not good. You don't want to be doing that. So this is why you should want Oda to have Shanks not know. That would be great. That would be great. I mean, I will say, though, that, if Shanks... There are ways to soften that blow, though, even if he does it, yes, it does fuck with their relationship, but, if it could be implied how, Shanks really was fucked up about Luffy eating the fruit, and again, some of this is in chapter 1, he just doesn't really bring it up one way or another. Oda just said that it's okay not to read anything before what's happening now. Okay, well, he did literally say that recently, but, okay. I think people are a little bit mean to Oda about that. He's making a marketing pitch, you know what it is, but one thing we haven't considered, what if the Lord D of D Coast had Haki, or perhaps double Haki, for all those D's in his name? That must be it. That must be it. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Yeah. Shanks giving Luffy the Nika fruit is based... Okay, well, obviously you're joking, because that doesn't make any sense and is obviously retarded. So, we won't even entertain that possibility. And I will just raise the other point that, I think what Oda is likely building to, right? A lot of this would make sense. Again, we don't know. It involves Ace, right? The point is it involves Ace. Maybe Shanks's plan was to give the fruit to Shanks or just to Ace. But he probably didn't know Ace existed. Again, he literally met Ace and didn't recognize him. So I don't know what there is to say about that. That would be weird if that's the case. But I could really see him doing something like that. I don't know, Roger had talked about his son in the past. We saw that in the Odin flashback and stuff. He's my son will be the one to fulfill the prophecy and stuff. So that it is possible that Shanks was okay, maybe out there is my captain's son, I'm gonna give him the fruit, or maybe I'll eat the fruit. Maybe Shanks was gonna eat it himself. I don't know. Anyway, I don't put much stock in the evil Shanks prophecies or the evil Shanks theories one way or another, you know. Yeah, I mean, and if he's gonna eat the fruit, he should have eaten it right away. You know, why wait? They were back safe at port. They were just having a party. Could have eaten it any time. He probably wanted to give it to a D to awaken Nika's fruit's true power and awaken Joy Boy, maybe not Luffy specifically. I mean, you might be right, but all that D clan stuff being tied to Joy Boy and stuff is just, I mean, I just don't like that, period. But you might be right. You might well be right. All right, anyway, we've covered all the stuff on that. Who knows if he knew? My theory is At this point, I think that it is more than likely that Shanks did know, but it is still possible he didn't. And I'll tell you what I want Oda to do. Just don't clarify. Just don't clarify. Let us live in ambiguity. I mean, he probably will when we get to like whatever Ace stuff or whatever Shanks stuff happens at the end of the series, but we'll find out. We'll see. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So looking at okay, we're back in the present. We're looking at Shanks. Got his arm bit off, you know, whatever. This is nicely done. And this is the first shot we've seen of the arm as it was bitten. We've seen the stump, I think, afterward. I think we saw his like bloody arm, chapter 1, right? Yeah, I'm sure we did. Okay. Anyway. So here's the crew in modern day. I guess the top officers have a past with him. So clearly Shanks hasn't even really talked about his relationship with Luffy with his own crew, or maybe these guys just joined. So, excuse me, doesn't come up very often. I don't know. Get ready to laugh, boys. Get ready to laugh. They really know the Straw Hat Luffy. They say he's like a rampaging demon monkey, totally out of hand, says the Monkey Man.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Wait, that's not it. Where's my, we have to play, this is the one. That's the one, boys. There it is.
Bazinga.
And there's a guy that's a little bit base.
All right, a little bit base there, Monkey Man. All right, good job. So this is clearly a monkey that ate the demon devil fruit. That's for sure. Okay, moving on. Actually, I laughed. This is funny. This is like a strong exhale out of nose type laugh situation, you know? Okay, I'm not planning to have a reunion with Luffy here. Okay, Shanks appears outside Wano, does nothing, leaves immediately, to which the people say,
And there's a guy that's a little bit base.
Bazinga.
why was he even here? Okay, I think we know why he's here. To tie in with the movie that just came out, boys. That's right.
Easy money.
That's what my man's all about right there. No, clearly Zunisha is wow, Odin's grave.
Pretty good, right?
Bye. Yeah, that's the one. Who is that? Thanks, KY, $5. Thanks, buddy.
Easy money.
Let me read the message here. Have you seen anything of Xenoblade 3? Have you considered streaming it? I think it looks cool. It has a Final Fantasy V-esque class system. That's cool. Basically, I'm busy. Don't have time to jump onto a big RPG right now. But I'll wait, see what people think about it. Maybe later. Maybe later. I haven't even played the old one, so I don't know, man. Not top of my priority list. Okay. Okay, so the man, the Chad is leaving without elaborating. There you go. He cut off his own arm. Nate, you should visit Cockpiece if you haven't already. That sounds like the place for me. What, is that what it sounds like? Am I going to see some interesting pictures of, say, Whitebeard, of Nika Luffy, of Ace and Luffy doing a bro grab? I think I know all about it. I have not seen any of the movie spoilers. Just don't mention them. Don't mention them. I'm gonna wait. I don't know. I'll probably look at spoilers at some point because, like, who knows how long it's gonna take for the movie to be released online or whatever. But we'll see. Fire fisting Ace. Yeah, impressive. Okay. Don't you remember what's going on in our own backyard? Oh yeah, that Bart guy claimed he was under Luffy. He put up his mark after burning down our flag. We'd be failing our duties if we just let that slide. Well, I guess. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And it sure is lucky that no one is going to invade any of Luffy's turf in the meantime so that he has to go back like these guys are about to do, I guess, because this is like a real Yonko crew. Although it still seems like the way it's implied here is that, like, this ship specifically needs to go and, like, save that village that was attacked or whatever. Don't they have like more than one ship, you know? You kind of got to outsource this stuff, you know? But I guess we need to learn a little bit more about what Shanks' crew is really like. It's coming, Hackter Bros. Hold the line. Sabo is on the way. All right, the Flame Emperor? How could that be hacked? All right. Well, I guess, says Shanks, sitting down with a nice Pinot Grigio. Hey, Beck, he says to the smartest man in East Blue. I believe he had the highest IQ, if I remember correctly. Isn't it about time to go and claim it? The One Piece. Oh, he said the words. Oh, God, yes. Oh. Why did he even come to Wano? Why did he even come here? You know what? I'll give him this. Maybe he came to Wano to save Luffy if Luffy were to, oh, I don't know, like get killed by fucking Kaido, which he literally did during the arc. I don't know what's up with Beck's expression. Beck is like, Nika, please. He's like, I don't know, I'm bored by this. This is a shittily drawn page. This is like zero personality. I don't know. He came to Wano to get title drop and leave. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What do we got here? Is this cock piece? I don't know. All right. Yeah, Beckman looks old as hell. His hair like turned white. What's up with that? He said the name. Oh my god, Kino. Okay, that's fine. I will just say that like if Shanks really wanted One Piece, seems like he could have done this long ago. Now I guess I will say, now you know what I would love? I would love it if Shanks indeed used this opportunity of Kaido being defeated to have one of his extremely powerful crew, no doubt, sneak into Wano and steal a rubbing. And that explains why he is at Wano. And in fact, he is being like an actual rival to Luffy and using the chaos that Luffy and his boys created to sneak in, steal a rubbing of the road poneglyph that is more than likely in Wano, and escape. That would be based. I would love that. I want Shanks to be like a real character now that we're getting to the end game, you know, because he's no longer just the theoretical mentor who exists out in space and time. He's doing real things, you know. I'm pretty sure the implication is that he could have gotten it any time, but for reasons we have yet to ascertain has not. I mean, those reasons should be as simple as Kaido set up shop there, and you know, Kaido is fucking strong and will, like defend his territory, you know, and his crew is very powerful, you know. So I don't know. All right, there you go. Done. No, the One Piece, not the rubbing. Well, okay, but like, I mean, again, Shanks was on Roger's crew. He knows what is necessary to get One Piece. He knows you just need to collect the 4 poneglyph rubbings. He was there for the whole adventure. Wait, and as a matter of fact, Shanks was literally on Wano when Odin ran to get that rubbing. They could have just like collected it or something, you know? I don't know. I don't even really know why Shanks like doesn't want to meet Luffy. I don't explain it. I'm getting a little tired of his like adamant refusal to meet Luffy. Just do it already, bro. You're like in the neighborhood. Just show up. Say hi to Luffy if you want to, or don't. Okay, whatever. Unless you're doing this for some like deliberate move. I don't know. It seems a little. It's getting a little much. Like he's right here. But it's true. Yasop told him, ignore your fatherly duties or whatever. Just fuck off. A lot of Ging vibes for sure. Okay, there you go. He'd rather die, indeed. All right, moving on. Okay, here we go. Navy headquarters, New World. Here we go, boys. It's true. He has not yet gotten those cigarettes, so he physically cannot return home yet. All right, get ready for some based admiral talk. We can't let the Revolutionary Army go unchecked any longer, Akainu. I know that, but we don't have any more Marines to deploy. The one they're calling Flame Emperor Sabo. Oh my god, so cool. He's become a champion for much of the world in the last, like, 2 weeks. Okay, impressive. Of all the participants in the reverie, the one that was killed was the descendant of the founding to 2,800 years ago. Yeah, we know that the Nefertits didn't become fucking, you know, what is fucking celestial dragons, but they are the founders of the founders. They are the descendants of the founders, that is. Right, Cobra. So, I'm sure this is of great significance for the Revolutionary Army. Okay, there you go. Sabo assassinates King Cobra. Okay, and I do love the McDonald's logo here. Looks great. Excuse me. Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff kills the King of Alabasta. There you go. More comments of this. Okay, a few hours before that, they attacked the homes of the Celestial Dragons in the Holy Land, destroying a monument of the Divine Dragon Claw and the symbol of the World Nobles. It was a blatant declaration of war. Okay, we're gonna read through this, and then we'll come back. Admiral Rokugyu and Fujitora took charge of the defenses, but in the end, they succeeded in freeing their former comrade Bartholomew Kuma from the Celestial Dragon slavery and managed to escape. Man, if Fujitora thinks that the Shichibukai are bad, how does the man defend the 10 Ryubi-To, who are way worse? I don't understand why he would feel one way and not the other. I don't know. Maybe he's just not ready for that, right? Okay. So always remember, Your man here, who is the cuck himself, the bow to the king himself, is out there defending the Tenryubi toe. So there you go. Defending that divine right of the true kings. All right. So he's double cucked. He cucks himself to bow, and then he cucks himself because he still obeys his masters. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Okay. The Tenryu are based. No lies detected.
Easy money.
That's what they say. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, so whatever fight happened, they broke out into war. Okay, in the end, they succeeded in freeing their former comrade, Bartholomew Kuma, from the Celestial Dragon slavery and managed to escape. Okay, we're going to circle back after this. Okay, I'm sure the admirals were restricted because they were fighting in the Holy Land, but don't make excuses for them. Not only was King Cobra assassinated, but around the same time, Princess Vivi somehow went missing. Okay, now the person who is relaying this information back is our boy Sakazuki, our boy Akainu. He is the one providing this information. I mean, along with like this other fucking guy, whatever. Okay, so like some people are saying that like this information is wrong. Okay, it's possible. It's possible that like he's being fed wrong information. We will analyze like why that could be, I guess, when we get through the end here. But yeah, okay, let's just finish this thing up, and we'll go back and circle on like the implications of this stuff. Okay, they're still investigating how these cases are connected. Vivi being going missing or whatever. So that's interesting. Some fucking guy, Navy Criminal Affairs Unit Chief Kuroma Tensei. Ooh, Black Horse. Oh, so he's like an admiral level guy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, cool. I bet Alabasta's in chaos. Their ship hasn't even left the Red Port. It's hard for anyone to come and go given the circumstances. Okay, so they're all fucked up. And our boy Kizaru is back for the first time in a while. Oh yes, Robo Sabo is definitely coming. That one's without question. All right, we'll address the Robo Sabo question momentarily. Does that mean we can close the case on the attempted murder of Saint Charlos? Saint Mjosgard excuse the criminals, rather. In the Holy Land, the gods' knights have jurisdiction to meditate disputes. It's a complicated situation, to say the least. Leave to it. Okay, we're going to get to Sabo. Before we get to the Sabo stuff, no, you know what? Let's just read the whole way through, and then we'll go back. It seems like most of these incidents are linked to Sabo. His flames of rebellion are spreading all over the globe. All 8 of those rebelling kingdoms were inspired to stage their revolutionary coups. 8 kingdoms, right? While their kings were still returning home. It's almost as if they're worshiping him like a god. Flame Emperor Sabo, the flame god himself, Mecha Sabo. With the growth of his legend, you could say his influence is greater than of the rebellious dragon himself. On top of that, his little brother Straw Hat Luffy was dubbed an emperor. And then, okay, here we cut to Revolution Boy. The Flame Emperor's influence can be felt even in the pirate world. His younger brother just upended their status quo. Right now, the time's being forced to change. And here we go. Back to our boy. All right. And with a proud, defiant declaration. Oh, I reached the rank of Fleet Admiral during one hell of an era. I don't care where they try to hit us. We'll strike back and return fire on all fronts.
And there's a guy that's a little bit base.
My man.
Easy money.
Yeah. Kill them all. All pirates must fucking burn. Look at him smoke. I actually liked him better without the cigar. I still think his design doesn't look very good after the time skip. Although I did notice, I think that he's changed back to his old red suit, which looks much, much better. But the cigar, I don't know. The cigar just like distracts from his look. I don't love it. I don't love it. Okay, anyway, he was so clean pre-time skip. You know, I need to see more. In fact, let's analyze his wardrobe. Oh yeah, that's his pre-time skip look there. You see, I think Oda knew that his new outfit fucking sucked. And he put on his pirate killing suit. He put it on again, boys. He's going to war. He's getting out from behind that desk to go where he needs to be in the field, killing pirates himself with his magma fist. Very based. Very based. Show the new outfit. I'll show you real quick. Sakazuki One Piece. It's red because of all the pirate blood. Very true. Okay, it looks like I mean you can see it, but okay, this shows a good bit of it right here. Right here. See? This is like his old outfit, or this is his new outfit. like silly Hawaiian shirt thing, which is fine, but like it's all white here. But now he's back to the old classic red suit. Blood red, man. That's my admiral right there. Yeah, there's the chat. See, he looks better without facial hair and without the cigar. God, he looks great. Ooh, I love that man. This is the guy I'm talking about. He needs to lose the facial hair. It looks terrible. Do not like it. It's distracting. And it's like homogenizing his outfit more than I think it should. That's my fleet admiral right there. That's the man I'll salute every morning. Okay. All right, so we need to circle back. There's a lot to talk about here. Okay. So there's a lot of theories here about, like, what exactly happened. Are we being fed, like, misinformation or whatever? People have been talking about this. Okay, here's what I think has happened. There's room to speculate, and I think because of that, people are coming up with theories that I just don't think are likely enough to be worth putting a lot of faith in, like Robo Sabo, right? Okay, here is what I think. If I had to guess, here's what I think happened. I think that indeed this battle went as described, and Sabo and his gang did successfully liberate Kuma. Again, because what is the incentive to lie about this incident? This is an embarrassing incident for the world government. So it looks like, again, like in the flashbacks, obviously what Oda did in that flashback, like, what was that, like 30 chapters ago, 20 chapters ago, whenever that was, they were implying, like, oh, there was a death, and Sabo, cry, 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 oh, I'm so sad, death mentioned, also Sabo mentioned, are your neurons firing, are you putting two and two together, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Shut up, bitch!
That's what I said, Oda. Yes, I understand. He was doing this extremely obvious bait and switch, if you want to even call it that, like, oh, Sabo's dead. Okay, no, obviously, it wasn't that Sabo was dead. And I think there was a mention of, like, Cobra and death or something, whatever. So, Cobra's dead, Sabo killed him, this is the idea. What I think is going on, okay, obviously, it's just the first level mystery here is probably all there is to this. It's that, like, this is a lie. Sabo did not kill King Cobra. He might have captured him, or maybe Cobra really is dead, but Sabo is being framed. That is like the first level, like, intrigue that could be going on. And again, don't be like me. You know, I know people say that maybe I'm a little bit too on the other side now, but, like, don't be like me and do your pudding triple agent theories, because it's just when it comes to reading One Piece, have an appropriate level of expectation on the level of, like, goofiness, or not goofiness, but of intrigue or mystery that Oda is likely to do. The first level mystery is enough here. Oda is saying on the first level something that I think is, that we just know is not true. That, why would Sabo kill King Cobra? It makes no sense. We know Cobra's a good guy. Sabo would obviously want to work with him or something. You know, that's it. Morgans might just be misreporting. Sakazuki seems to believe it. Like, these guys, either they're being fed misinformation, or, like, they are propagating it intentionally themselves to do something, or maybe it was just, like, staged by Sabo to do something, you know? I don't know. Excuse me. So, and again, and, like, the theories beyond that are that, like, right, the Robo Sabo gang, right? I know that there's another theory that, like, what is it? That, like, the further information of, like, even this about, like, this battle happening, even, like, this is false information, but again, this information doesn't fit into the same, like, category. Even this in theory might not. This could even be it's just that as a character, Sabo would not kill Cobra. There's no way that Oda is going to write that, because that would make Sabo bad, and Sabo is good. This is One Piece. He's not going to make that happen, you know? So there you go. I think it is as simple as that. It's the first level mystery. It's possible there are deeper ones. I just don't think it's very likely, you know? And as for Vivi being captured, again, the most obvious thing is, and again, like, the level of mystery that Oda is currently writing in the series is like, whoa, I'm reading, everyone's reading the newspapers. Sabo is mentioned. Death is mentioned. What a mystery. What could Oda be getting at with this? You know, okay, this is the level of intrigue that Oda's currently working on. Very subtle, Oda. Very nicely done. I'm not trying to shit on the guy too much, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Again, this is the man who wrote Sabo having amnesia until just after it could make any difference. Perfect timing, Oda. All right. What the fuck is Robo Sabo? You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. Obviously, he was captured and roboized just like Kuma. I mean, without question, that's what happened, you know? Okay, so again, obviously, the obvious thing with Vivi is just like, oh, whoa, she's missing. Where could she be? I mean, I don't know. Either like there's some intrigue thing with like the Tenryubito. That's probably not true. What's extremely likely is she is just with Buggy's crew, obviously. Yeah, she's with Buggy's crew. That's what it is. We're mixing it up, baby. We're switching it up. She's with Sabo. Okay, it's just that easy. it's just that easy. What do we got here? The theory: Cobra told the elders that actually Pluton is on Wano and they killed him. I mean, that's definitely possible. Again, I think them killing him is the most likely thing. I even question, like, when Oda kills a character, with the one exception is Ace, and that was for like a specific reason. You know, he sets up death flags a mile wide when he's going to actually kill someone, namely Whitebeard, and also Pell, but then he just undid that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Buggy's giving her load after load after load in our Alabasta Queen. No doubt about that. And what was I saying? Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. I got distracted by loads, you know. She got bugged, no doubt about it. All right, she's with Sabo, and that's it. That's what it's going to be. It's super obvious. She's gonna like learn about like the revolutionary goals and blah 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 blah. And by the way, again, notice how Sabo and his gang is actually not interested. The revolutionaries are not interested in dismantling monarchies. Again, so Vivi and her dad are safe. Again, Vivi and Cobra are presented as like good monarchs who like, you know, they're I mean, they're literally benevolent dictators. That's how Oda presents them. Like they do live for the good of their you know, citizens or whatever, as like one would want it to be done in theory. You know, historically, that's led to some injustice over time. But you know, and so Sabo, he's not interested in like undoing monarchy. They have such a specific target, and no more beyond that. Just the Tenryubito, not the Marines, not the monarchies, just the Tenryubito. Very convenient. That works out perfectly for us. Because monarchies are good, is what Oda's taught me throughout the series. Okay, so she's gonna be with Sabo. She's gonna learn some stuff. She's gonna get involved. That's gonna be fun. She's probably gonna take a few loads from old Sabo. No, that can't be right. She's definitely built. Okay, she's got blue hair. You know who else has blue hair? I'll give you one fucking guess, my dudes. One fucking guess. It's the clown. She's getting clown pilled at this very moment. Genetically compatible. It's perfect. All right, so she's gonna get clowned. She's definitely gonna get clowned at this very moment because Sabo is for Koala, and there can be no denying that. And Yonko God Emperor Buggy D Clown, our boy. Okay, all right, and genetically compatible. Well said. Well said. It's fate. It's destiny. Okay. And anything else? So there was the attempted murder of Saint Charlos. So did we learn about that? Did I miss that? Was this something that had been mentioned before? Because Charlos is like, he's that like worst of all. Again, they're saying attempted murder, but is he actually just referring to that moment where like somebody just punched Charlos, right? Who was that? That was like one of Vivi's crew or something? Was that Kairos? I can't remember exactly. There was a thing. We just knew there was an attempted murder. Okay, so that's probably not just when they were fighting. I think that's just when he hit him with the mace. It was different than the punch incident. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of room to speculate. It seems like it's different. It seems like it's different. All right. Mjosgard is the one who hit him, right? He excused... Because it kind of... The way that it's framed here, it looks like he's like the attempted murder, and then they bring up Mjosgard, who is the guy who hit him in the face. So, like, it seems like this is the thing in question. So, I mean, I'm just... I don't know. Maybe there was more to it, but that seems the most likely thing right now. And again, yeah, they're just talking about how, like, that dispute is complicated, so they're just going to stay out of it. Okay, that's fine. In fact, I wonder who the Royal Guard are, or the God's Knights are. Are they selected from Tenryubito? Are they, like, selected from the lower people if they have, like, jurisdiction here? That's That's interesting stuff. Yeah, are the gods' knights above the admirals? I hope so. And again, they're talking. Okay, so Sabo is the Flame Emperor. Oh my God! Now who did it better, Ace or Ace Mark II Sabo? Because I think Ace was kind of a jobber cuck, and at least Sabo here is doing something good. Oh, we're definitely all lower people here. Sabo is, I don't know. He's all right. Like, again, his backstory is completely compromised from top to bottom. Deeply embarrassing, hacked writing there in his implementation. But again, now that he exists, all right, the only thing that annoys me about him now that he exists has always been, like, who the fuck is this guy? To, like, suddenly be the second in command of the world government or of the Revolutionary Army? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Like, shouldn't any of the people, like Ivankov, or the people who've been, like, fighting for decades, like, be up there with Dragon? I don't know, man. It's a little weird. But whatever. He like, that gives him such Mary Sue vibes, you know? And then here he comes here, like, retconned in, fucking, all this, he's just as powerful as Dragon. And they're literally cucking Dragon himself right now. He's better than Dragon himself. What is Dragon doing? Literally, what has Dragon done? One meaningful thing that Monkey D. Dragon has done in, like, any amount of time in the entire series. I guess he saved Luffy that one time, because obviously he knew since chapter 1 that he'd eaten the Nika Nika fruit, you know? Oh, what a lucky coincidence that literally Dragon's son, the leader of the fucking rebellion, ate the fucking liberation fruit. Oh, that's such Goda writing. Oh, I'm so impressed. Oh, Hack that is spiking right now. Hack the spike imminent. Here it comes.
Easy money.
All right. Since Logtown, bruh. Yeah, you know. Dragon knew. Dragon knew it all. Chapter 1. Okay. All right. And then, okay, Revolution is happening. And incidentally, now, some people were saying there was a bit of nuance. I think this is a little interesting here. It's that, like, one of the incidents in question, I guess, is that Sabo personally assassinated King Cobra. And the thing is, that is like bad, because we know that King Cobra is a good king. Oda has presented he is a unambiguously good king, and whatever, he was saved. And then I think the world then found out that Crocodile had staged everything about, like, Cobra being, like, replaced, and he was, like, captured, and Mr. 2, if you remember, was playing himself as was playing the king in order to use the buggy powder to fuck over the whole country, blah,
That's
blah, blah,
pretty good, right?
you know? Base News Morgans, thanks, buddy.
Easy money.
It's that time again. Okay, let's take a break. One moment. Jinbei. Ooh, I don't know that first kanji. Bun. Something Bun. I recognize the radicals or the bushu. I don't know that one. That first one is... God damn it. Oh, no. Oh, I'm wrong. I did learn that. Oya Bun. Oya. It's Oya. How did I forget that? Yes, Oya. It was bigger. I would have recognized it. God damn it. These tiny ass radicals. Okay, I failed. I fucking blew it, boys.
Easy
No, it's not easy money.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Oh, God, forgive me. Jinbei Oya Bun. Now, I had not learned that vocab word yet, so I'll give myself a little bit of a break, but I should have known. I should have been able to put it together. Oh, I failed on the entryway. Forgive me, Base News Morgans. Forgive me. Oya Bun. Now, I'm glad I couldn't read it, because fuck Jinbei. He's not my father. Jinbei is my dad. That's it. That's all there is to say. No, that's not. I wanted. There we go. Okay, there you go. Oya Boon. I should have known that one. I did learn Oya. I knew Oya. I knew Boon. Shit. All right. Anyway, so we were saying, what were we talking about? We were talking about the whole, like, implication here, right? Okay. So Sabo killed the king is what is being spread throughout the newspapers. That is what's being reported. But we also know that it's 8 kingdoms that have rebelled. That actually probably doesn't include Alabasta, because that nation, like, they love their king now that they know that, like, it was Crocodile. And, like, that's the whole thing. Like, we literally just had a rebellion there, you know, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever it is. What are the kanji for Stonewall Jinbei? I don't know, but we need to learn them. We need to, whatever the kanji is for Stonewall Jackson, because I'm sure there's some way to refer to him in Japanese. Look that up. or just stone wall. You know, Ishi. I don't know what the word for wall. Maybe there's another way of saying it. Or Seki. I think Seki is also wall, or rather stone. Kabe. Maybe Seki Kabe. Seki Kabe Jinbe. Does that sound right? I don't know. Wait, Seki is like stone. That might not be like a literal stone, not the material. Whatever. Fuck it. Okay, point is, I don't think that Alabasta is rebelling right now when... Oh, what's the name of that guy? Is it... Oh, shit. Sand Clan leader, One Piece. I always forget this guy's name. Koza. The Suna Clan. Koza, that's right. Sekikabe no Jinbe. That's not bad. You're right. Is he going to spark another rebellion right now? Is the man going to spark another rebellion right now as soon as the guy's out of the country? No. He likes the king. He didn't want to rebel. They only did it because, of the crocodile shenanigans. Okay, so it's implied that not in Alabasta, but in these 8 other countries that, like, presumably bad rulers, and we can just presume that they're like in the Gray Terminal and in Dawn Island, and the place that Luffy's from. That's the stuff that the people don't like. Because, the people are oppressed in many countries worldwide. There was... Well, actually, all the actual kings that we've seen have been good. Well, no, that's not true. I was going to say, the ones we've dealt with are mostly good. Wapol was bad. The king of Dawn Island, whoever that is bad. And now we know that Sherry is like... He's like the king consort or whatever, I think. Stelly, right. Thank you, Stelly. There's a bunch of good ones, too. But there's also bad ones. Okay, presumably the bad ones overthrew stuff. Wait a minute. Enhance. Are you seeing this right here? Are you seeing this? How is it that they have Ace's tattoo? They knew about Ace's tattoo. There it is right there. Oh, the crossed out S-Boys chapter 1 shit right there.
Easy
That's
money.
it. Are you seeing this? I'm seeing it. Oh, Wapol's based. Obviously, Ace is alive, and he put this here. Wano Kuni. Oh, I knew that. Base News Morgans. I know that one. Wano Kuni. Easy. That's easy. And, I've actually been thinking. We call it Wano. I've been thinking for a while. Wano is actually kind of the wrong thing to call Wano. What you're saying is like of Japan. What we really should call it is just Wa. That's the actual one, I don't know. I laugh like a shy schoolgirl. Do I? Sounds based to me. Wano more like Lano. Yeah. Okay. Wait, more like Lano? More like Wano. Okay, whatever. It doesn't deserve to be called right. That sounds based to me. All right. And, okay, whatever. So, people were saying before, the reason I'm on this tangent is just to say that, people were saying that, Nate, look at the nuance. It's saying that, the people are inspired by, even what we know to be an unjust rebellion. I don't think that is true. I do not think that is a reasonable read of the situation. Check this out. Check out this flag right here. There's a line through the cipher pole. This must be a new thing. There's a lot of, rebellion flags going on here. That must be a thing for, down with cipher pole, I guess. There's the S, sword, star. Why is there a marine one here? Wait a minute. What's up with that? That's a marine one, too. Why are there Wait. Is that the upside down marine logo? Zephyr Bros? I've seen that before. Could this unironically be a reference to Zephyr? Is this Logtown? I did think that for a moment. I don't think there's any way to confirm that. There's the Revolutionary Army flag up there. There's obviously there's a standee here, and does this look exactly like the Logtown thing? I'm kind of curious now. Now I want to check this shit out. Hang on. Logtown One Piece. Okay, I'm looking at the scaffold. Okay, no, it really does not look like... See, at first I thought it was Logtown too. This does not look correct. They're getting full French Revolution out here, though. And this guy's loving it. So, okay. So, whatever. Rebellions are happening. It's inspired... Sabo's actions of, it's weird. I guess they're saying that Sabo's actions... I'll give you this. Sabo's actions of killing King Cobra they do, well, I'm not even sure it's necessarily, that does seem to be the recent news, that inspired, that action inspired people to rebel. But why would that inspire them to rebel? Maybe like saving Kuma, just like all the stuff that they're doing is inspiring people. Okay, whatever, that's fine. And clearly, I mean, again, I assume we're just here to suppose, because we do know that good monarchs exist in One Piece. All they hear is Sabo killed a king. Well, they probably also heard that he saved Kuma, but then again, maybe that wasn't reported. Because why would they report that failure, you know? I mean, actually, if they could get word to Morgans, he would print that shit, you know? Based News Morgans would print that, for sure. Or destroying the Dragon's Claw. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we just don't know how much they know. They heard he smashed Koala. That's pretty based. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Sabo's legend is spreading, possibly on false pretenses, but it's inspiring people who, this was clearly already a powder keg, and there they go. And people said this might be the Shimotsuki logo. That's possible. I don't know. Again, that's definitely the Marine logo upside down. I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, St. Peter vibes. St. Peter vibes right there. I hope Sabo will show up next as a total wreck, acting like how Usopp did with the Tontas. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, because, like, if the world government assassinated Cobra, which I definitely think that they might have, because Cobra is not exactly with their program. We've known this for a long time. It looks like that event and blaming it on Sabo actually inspired these revolutions. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. All right. Well, in any case, I think we're done with Le Chapter here. That's it. And we could probably settle our bets here. So, I mean, all in all, you know, there were definitely some highlights of the chapter. You know, of course, some Hackta slips in. There's going to be Hackta in every chapter till the end of time, just because Oda has built it in. But, you know, hey, even the greatest chapters that have happened post-time skip, every chapter has a little bit of Hackta, you know. But it's not about having a bit of Hackta. It's about being mostly Gota. So did this reach that high bar? Let's go decide. We're fucked, Gota bros. Let's go decide that right now, shall we? Okay, let me pull up the thing over here. All right, so now's your last chance in the chat, post-Hackta or post-Gota. Let's see right now. What do you got? What are you voting for? Gotas or Hacktas? Pile them in the chat. Now's your chance to get them in. All right, there you go. Good. Okay, now the voting on the ground appears 62% Gota, 38% Hackta. We've got 225 buckaroos versus K, that is, versus 139. Excuse me, I'm hitting my mic. All right, choose outcome. Let's see, what's it going to be? I'm seeing a lot of Gota. We're seeing a lot of Hackta as well. Okay, the chapter, Gota or Hackta. This is a tough one. Hackta for the 4-week break. Hey, you know, he's back. Hackta for the Netflix show. That's fair. You know, there was some good stuff here. The Hackta stuff might be a little bit baked into this point, you know. I think I'm going to give it to Gota. I'm giving it to our boy Gota. Congratulations, Gota. Easy money. Gota wins it, boys. Hackta had a strong showing this time. He had a strong showing indeed. Come on, keep going. Yeah, he's just like a samurai, boys. Yeah. Where is it?
And there's a guy that's a little bit base.
Bazinga.
All right, there you go. We're done with Le Vote. We're done with Le Chapter. I never bet on Hackta. All right. Well, congratulations to our proud winners. That is pretty good, right? Base News Morgans. Okay, another challenge for me. Okay, thank goodness. I can redeem myself. Okay, here we go. $5, thanks. Let me get that.
I'm the Joker, baby.
That's not. Wait, I'm in the wrong thing. Where is it?
Easy money.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Oh, I know this one. Oh, that's easy. That's like a piece or Japan style wa, and then road. Ooh, so it's literally like a Japanese style road. Wa do. And I know this one because I've been studying this stuff. Ichi, as in one. Mon, as in like writing, and then ji as in character. That's wa do ichi monji, the sword that belongs to our boy. Where is it? Oh God, no, wait.
I'm gonna come.
No, yes, that's true. That's not what I'm trying to say. His name is so long, and he's just like a samurai. I knocked it out of the fucking park. That's right. Ooh, it's the sword is literally like the Japanese road, or like the way of Japan, a straight line. That's what it means. Fascinating stuff. All right, business is booming indeed. Okay, so now that we're done with the chapter, all right, there was like one or two things we were gonna talk about real quick. Okay, let's blast through the fucking the last thing of part 4 of Road to Laugh Tale. Okay, there's Nika Boy. I don't really care about anything in here. Let's just see if there's anything of note. I'm not even gonna read this shit, basically. All right, there's Goofy Luffy. Let's just see what's going on here. Okay, he laughed. The man laughed. All right, are you aware? Okay, we got bounties. We got, I guess he's just ranked the highest bounties here. Looks great. Looks great. Good job. So number 1 is, of course, Roger. Then Newgate, our boy. Then Kaido, Big Ma'am. Shanks is still above Luffy, Kid, and Law. I'm glad Kid made it. I like Kid. I want more Kid. Please more Kid in the story. Please less Law. That's what I want. That's what I want for Christmas. And then a lot of characters who we have not seen their bounties recently, at least. Rock's probably hit a high one, but who knows? All right, Gear 5th. So this is all about Nika, so obviously who cares? Okay, now the thing of note is, he's got a lot of poses. I don't know what's going on here. These are the concept art. So the Gum Gum Fruit's true name. How did Oda think that was like a good idea? I don't understand how he possibly thought this was like a good idea. But okay, whatever. As expected, words like Sun and Nika show up in these notes. But okay, and again, like, who knows when these notes were made? They weren't made in chapter 1. I'm telling you that right now. They were made, like as he was like planning these chapters. All right, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. I'm just saying. This isn't like confirmation of chapter 1 planning or anything. Right, okay. Inflation has killed Rox's bounty. Damn right. Okay, the dramatic change. These sketches emphasize the loofiness of the form. Indeed. By the way, with the properties of rubber. And again, I'll just remind you, just this being a Zoan fruit power is just like top to bottom, just a terrible idea. And I'm gonna keep saying, and he's gonna get into it right now, that like, he's doing this for one specific reason. There is one thing that he's getting at that forced him to make it a Zoan. If it was at least a Paramecia, and like he didn't change the fruit fundamentally, that would go a long way to me being just less annoyed by it. Okay, but we're gonna get to that right now. Why did he do it? Here's why. Okay, it's imagination power. All the stuff could have just been the awakening of the Gum Gum Fruit. It was just like, liberation. Back in the day, it was also known as like the fruit of the god Nika. That's fine. That's fine. All of that would have been fine. Hacta wanted to draw Looney Tunes. That's the only reason. No, that's not true, because none of that was necessary to do the awakening of this fruit having exactly these Nika powers, Not changing the Devil Fruit type is too hard, Nate. I know. It is so hard to simply not fundamentally alter the nature of the fruit and make it a fucking god. It's a mythical Zoan. It's just so stupid. All right. Do your Tom and Jerry shit. Just make it Devil Fruit Awakening. Okay, all right. But here we go. Luffy's power. Utilizing the power of imagination. Okay, now, crossed out is Luffy is able to win people over. And clearly he's doing this for a reason. And again, that's crossed out here. However, we know other people with this actual power, namely Bello Betty. Which I mean, I guess I'll say, and man, you think that this shit isn't gonna rev up those theories about when Dracule fucking Mihawk talked during Marineford about how it's the rarest, strangest form of power. How Luffy is able to draw people to his side. Ooh, so strange. What an unusual power that is. Truly, it's the most mysterious power of all. Now people are gonna fucking theorize that it's part of this Nika bullshit. Ugh, what a mistake. I mean, and the fact that it's crossed out is pretty good evidence that it's not true, but people are still gonna think about it. Just make it charisma, that's all. What a cool character trait that would have been. Too bad it's just a Devil Fruit power to make people like him. It's a classic shonen power to make your like enemies like you and develop like friends over the course of the series, because it's just something that people write the series to do, which is fine. Okay, anyway. Impel down guards already show the drawbacks. Okay, so now Oda is adding this thing, and this could have been planned since then, because the Impel down guards were always weird. But it clearly, I think it's one of those things that it was an idea that was planted ever since Awakening was mentioned. Like, obviously, Luffy was going to awaken one day. It was always inevitable. The exact way he did, I think he figured out as he went along. That's fine. Because it's a good way to bring back villains with good designs. Exactly right. That's why the example that always comes to my mind is in Kongo Bancho. This happens in every series. Yu Yu Hakusho. But Kongo Bancho, in fact... Okay, I'll actually use Yu Yu Hakusho because it's the exact same thing as Kongo Bancho, and most of you probably haven't read that just because it's not that well known. Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke just starts the series, and he fights, like, a couple of guys. The ones he kills are dead, and then the ones he doesn't kill join his team and become, like, the staple of his team for, like, the rest of the arc, or for the rest of the series, you know? That's how Kongo Bancho worked. That's how... What was that one series I read about, like, the guy with the wind powers or something? All right, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Togashi really pulled a Nika with that fucking devil power reveal, didn't he? Yikes. Nate, existential crisis time. Is shonen actually bad? I have entertained that thought. Shonen is not bad, but you need to there is plenty of bad shonen, and within very long stories, of course, there could be examples of bad writing. That doesn't undo everything good about it, and you can still, you know, you can pick and choose the things that you like from a series and not love the things that are bad about it, you know? That's so there you go. However, I will say this, shonen is simple. Shonen is simple. Even the most complicated Shonen Jump series are still very simple. Or forget Shonen Jump. There's complicated stuff. It's like, what is a shonen supposed to do? What is the guiding principle behind shonen manga? It is basically to inspire, like, young Japanese boys to, like, have these very generic positive virtues of, like, hard work, determination, virtue. And again, there's other stuff like Death Note was out there. That was more philosophical. That was more, like, tactically minded. It's not, like, all exactly the same, of course. But there's kind of, like, a main through line to it. One should keep in mind the intended audience just so that you can have the appropriate expectations and don't just, like, ridiculously over theorize. It's okay to theorize, you know, and to speculate on things and come up with even wild theories. But you should always keep in mind, like, okay, here's my wild theory, but how likely is it that my wild theory is true? That's where I think people run into trouble, you know? Okay, anyway. Shonen is designed to make your heart's dick hard. Very well said. Very well said indeed. Death Note was a shoujo series. Changed my mind. Makes sense to me. Watch, what about Slam Dunk? Great complex manga. Well, hey, things can be complex. I'm not saying that they're all simple. Again, Death Note, not the most complicated thing in the world, but, like, still, relatively complex plot. A lot of, like, technical, fairly impressive writing in the series. You know, some of it's more basic, but, you know, not just, like, simple, like, shonen set up characters, not like the typical way that you write, like, a battle shonen, you know? All right, anyway. Okay, so what were we saying here? The awakening actually happening is a miracle. Why is that the case? We still don't know. I assume he's got to explain that. Why is it an awakening? Why is it a miracle? Probably just because awakening is rare in general, and for someone with power to awaken it, I can read that base news more because I know what that means. Seinen greater than shonen. And you know what's weird? I mean, I didn't actually know this. The kanji there for sei is for blue. So it's saying literally, like, blue years. And for some reason, like, blue or green, because they're, like, the same color in Japan, kind of, that implies youth. The color blue implies youth in, like, Japanese lore. What's up with that? Like, you're blue when you're young. Which is weird, because babies are called Aka-chan, and that means red Aka. Aka Inu bros, red dog. Aka-chan literally means, like, red kid, red thing. You know, what's up with that? You know, what's going on with that? It was a miracle because of how convenient it was. Very true.
The American people are tired of women.
There you go. Cringe fucking ass Nihongos. I know. So true, my dude. All right. And a smile that can light up an age. In the past, everyone believed in him, like a god. Is that what you're getting at? Can really cut loose with his power. Oh, the one other thing I forgot to mention about the chapter: a miracle that the readers bought it. That's for sure. the thing that some people have said, and I like this angle, I want to believe in it, is that, like, okay, in this chapter, they're being said, like, we shouldn't read too much into it, but they do say Sabo's being worshipped like a god. Like a god. We know he's not one. People worship him, and they might even be worshiping him on false pretenses, right? Okay, consider that with the Tenryubito, a bunch of people that we know are humans, just like a bunch of up-jumped, nobles who are incestuous and gross. I mean, I don't know if they're incestuous necessarily, but how non-incestuous could they possibly be with only like 20 families that belong or whatever? But I think you could still have a biodiverse civilization with 20 families, I think. Right? That makes sense to me. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, the Tenryubito are called gods and apply any sort of realism, and they're incestuous. Very true. Sabo god, Tenryubito god, and then Nika, right? The Nika god, also called a god. And the point of this being, Dr. Stone non-incest rant coming. It wasn't incest. It had been 4,000 years. It's fine. He can fuck any of them. Don't worry about. Okay, no. You need 40 people if everyone has 13 mates. Is that the number? All right. Okay, my point being, like, maybe what Oda is doing here, and again, there is reason to believe this, is that Oda is downplaying the importance of godhood. It's true, there is a TNG episode about it. It's where they steal clones of that old nurse lady who I liked, whose name I can't remember, or the doctor, and Riker. And then they kill their own clones. Moral implications there. Curious. But anyway, what am I saying? I'm saying maybe Oda is doing a thing to deliberately downplay godhood. That would be nice. Dr. Polanski, thank you, Big Piss Kidney. I can always count on you. What's TNG? The next generation of Star Trek, obviously. You mentioned Oda's letter at the beginning, going forward at the beginning of the stream for you. Yeah, would somebody link me the, just link in the, Up the Long Ladder, that's the episode? Great, thank you. Somebody link me the interview. Could somebody go find that real quick? I know that it's posted around. I think people have it. Did Nate say Baby Yoda or maybe Oda? You have to speculate. Right. Okay, so again, I hope Oda is downplaying godhood. I hope that is basically what he's building to. That would be nice. And I saw Chip with a take that I think would be fun and cool, and I would like. We can look at the Greg tweet. Sure. I've got that on the other side over here. We'll get through this. We'll look at the Greg tweet, and then we'll go check out that interview, and then we'll wrap up. The man took a shit at Oda's house. Is that true? Greg did? They let Greg in there? Okay, well, I'll check that out in a moment. Wait, I'm sure I have that somewhere. Yeah, okay, I've got it here. Okay. What am I saying? The point I wanted to make about this was, so Oda is drawing attention to this, like, Impel Down guards showing drawbacks. Okay, what drawbacks are we talking about exactly here? Okay, so what is now being raised is that, like, at least Zoan devil fruits specifically have a spirit. Okay. Like, why is Oda bringing this up now? Like, sure, it was always kind of a mystery. What was the deal with those, like, the guards in Impel Down? Like, why were they mute? What was the deal with them? I don't know. Okay, Oda is now clarifying that they've, like, become bestial, clearly because they are awakened devil fruits. Now, again, like, it does raise questions. Why were those, like, random jobbers in Impel Down, like, awakened devil fruits when, like, awakening is said to be, like, super rare? It was like a throwaway gag at the time. It feels a little incongruous, but okay, I don't really care about that at all. What I care about is what Oda is getting at with these implications, because this is the point I was saying before. Why did Oda do this just utterly annoying, ridiculous retcon to make Luffy a mythical Zoan? I'll tell you why. It's so that he can do, like, some final arc, some final struggle for Luffy's character, which I'm not a big fan of, but he's clearly going to do this thing where there's going to be, like, drawbacks to Luffy awakening the Nika fruit. This is obviously where he's going with this. It's going to happen. Bro, go. When did I say that there is no well-written shonen? I love Death Note. I love One Piece. I love lots of, I don't know, like early Bleach was great. It's just, I'm saying it's simple, bro. You gotta relax. I'm simply saying that it's simple. I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, glad we cleared that up. So about this thing that Oda's gonna do with Luffy, I don't like it. I don't want it. It seems really boring. We're introducing this, like, at the last possible moment. We're introducing this, like, bait and switch, I don't know, like, challenge for Luffy to overcome. Is he gonna have to, like, balance how much he uses his, like, Devil Fruit Awakening? And again, I question if any of this was necessary to make it a Zoan specifically. Just say that Paramecia fruits, like, are the same. Every fruit has a spirit of, like, an ancient devil or god. It's all fine. You don't need to make it a Zoan to do any of this. Thanks, Nestle.
Easy money!
My man. Okay, so, it's not simple. It can be complex. You even admitted a couple of seconds ago you change your mind fast. I'm speaking in generalities, my man. I'm speaking in generalities. I think we're arguing for no reason. That's what I think is going on here. I apologize to Shonen if I besmirch the good name. Obviously, I'm a big fan, but all I want for people is to engage with it on the appropriate level. That's what I want. When you read a children's fiction book, for example, a young adult fiction, you should not read it trying to get out of it the level of detail of what's a good book? Crime and Punishment? I don't know. Like, very likely the philosophical underpinnings of Crime and Punishment, for example, are just probably deeper than the children's coloring book that I just read. You know, I'm just saying, probably. Does that confirm that? It actually doesn't confirm that, but it is possible. I'm just going to say this. When the protagonist of the story is the only person that needs to kill themselves in order to power up, that's pretty cringe. Indeed. Indeed, that's true. Okay, so anyway, I just wish Oda wasn't doing any of this Zoan stuff. It wasn't necessary. It could have been any kind of devil fruit. I don't know why Oda has, like, locked himself into this specific interpretation that is introducing really annoying things that just spiritually annoy me, like making it just a literal different fruit. Oh, Nate, it was never a Zoan. That's utter cringe. You're a fucking rube if you believe that shit. Luffy's is the only fucking quote-unquote Zoan that works this way. All right, not gonna get into it beyond that. Okay. I mean, you should feel that you have enough info to know that Oda changing it from a Paramecia to a Zoan is utter cringe. That is utter cringe. It wasn't necessary. The man is writing the series. Just preserve your shit, man. Preserve your shit. Okay, anyway. All right, I'm not going to talk more about that now. A few minor... Okay, blah, blah, blah. We got Nika stuff. Okay, he's the property of rubber. It adapts on its own. Okay, the man laughs. What do you know? Okay, they believe the slaves believe they'd be freed by the sun god Nika. Very impressive writing, Oda. Very impressive when you introduce that, like, 10 chapters before it becomes real. Okay, he's a white boy. All right, there you go. Battle. Okay, Kaido was surprised by its adaptability. Okay, there you go. The sound effect is heard and stars appear around them, as Kaido said. It's just like a picture book. Yes, okay, it is Looney Tunes. Okay, great. He thought about a lot of fun things, and he did some of them. Now this just looks like nothing. What is this supposed to imply? I guess that's a fist coming down. I do see the dawn, and we see Luffy, and I guess that's Kaido. I don't know, man. I don't know. Super move that finished the mighty Kaido. Again, that move was boring and lame. It was just a big fist, but okay, whatever. A lot of Luffy's attacks are just big fist. But I don't know, it's the context that makes it. Like, Luffy's defeat of Lucci. Again, it's a little strange belief that Luffy could even pull out that power to win, but he just wins with that. It's not about the attack itself. It's about the feeling behind it. It's about that digging so deep. It's like, we don't need Lucci to state, whoa, Luffy, this attack is taking years off your life. We can see Luffy visibly losing years, or like using up the fire of his soul in order to do that final attack on Lucci, and that's the Kino shit. It is conveyed beautifully in the anime. Oh god, it's incredible. Okay, anyway, so I mean, wouldn't have minded a little bit more of that, but whatever. What can you do? This was all about Gear 5th, so there you go. Okay, the sky fight, drums of liberation. Okay, very, very fun. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, extra characters. Okay, I just don't care about this. This is fine. I mean, I read this, like, cut rival guy that got skipped. More about Kiku and Izo. They were little boys, and they grew up to be very impressive ladies. Not Izo, though. Izo is a base Chad. Izo is a man's man. And, you know, I honestly think there's a little bit of ambiguity in, like, Kiku. But anyway, what can you do? Who cares? Don't care about any of these characters. Whoa, they had a slightly different origin story? Wow, I'm so impressed. Okay, great. They had, like, a name before, and then that got cut? I don't know. Okiku is cute. It can't be denied. And, The Tale of Yamato. Okay, again, who gives a shit? What's going on here? There was like another thing about like Okiku or fucking Yamato having like more of a friendship with like this one Smile, I guess, and then that just didn't happen. Okay, that's fine. And then it ended. Okay, the dawn draws close. Okay, next issue would jump. Okay, it's back. The final phase. Okay, the final phase arena. Okay, cool. We did it. Glad you enjoyed it, big piss kidney. I'll see you later, dog. Okay, thoughts on this? I hope it's Whitebeard's cock. This is interesting. Uh-oh. Anime hackta? It's happening. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Kiku is unbelievably tall. And I've said it before, but it was funny. This was actually kind of Kino world building for Oda. As soon as I saw that like cute girly face of Kiku, the moment Kiku showed up, and I said that there were not giant titties. The moment I noticed that, I was like, this is weird. What's with Oda? How is this character not exactly dying like every hot girl? And then, oh, there was something to it all along. That's I gotta say, I give you credit for that, Oda. Well played. Well played. Okay, the cock has just got to be gigantic, you know? Okay. I mean, that's literally the logic, and it was accurate. Because we know how Oda draws like every female in the series. Okay, all right. So based on that, let's go see what my boy has to say. Greg. Let's see what Greg has to say over here. Okay. What did Greg say here? What is he defending himself about? Oh, I'm sure he's in trouble. Oh, look, Vale commenting right here. This is why Vale linked it, I'm sure. So we could look at Vale's big brain response, no doubt. Okay. Going over commentary from the Road to Laugh Tale booklet in detail, it seems fairly straightforward that the readers are supposed to be under the impression that the Gum Gum fruit is not a paramecia, but indeed a zoan. Very true. While the booklet is not series canon, also true. The level of depth Oda went in, okay, blah, 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 strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so this is just Greg's interpretation, which I don't exactly know why we're reading it, but that's fine. I agree. It's clearly a zone. I mean, it definitely seems to be the implication. He can elaborate how it was created from Nico. Was it created from Nika while he was under the influence of a what? Okay, again, we just are speculating completely. It seems blatantly clear. Okay, fine. It's the Zoan. Regardless of what he doesn't have planned for the future. The lengthy one to consider the weakness. Okay, I mean, what are we getting at here? I guess he's just making a big cringe post about how it's a Zoan. That's fine. Wait. Oh, the newly revealed confirmed fact that the weakness of a Zoan awakening is that as displayed in Impel Down, is that the user tends to be taken over by the model figure. That is problematic to me. Greg?
And there's a guy that's a little bit based.
Big brain Greg wasting our time. No. He's being Kino, right? Okay, all right. Holy shit, he's actually questioning something in One Piece? Not just being a cheerleader for everything? Greg, you're impressing me right now. I love to see it. I don't mind Luffy being influenced, and Luffy certainly declared that he is who he is, but if it becomes a dramatic point in the future, which it will, I don't look forward to the implications of arguing whether Luffy won a battle or Nika won a battle. Oh my god, yes, Greg, you're doing it, my buddy. The concept and importance of pure white is also interesting. Okay, I don't care about this. Whatever. Dark. Okay, yeah, fine. Blackbeard is a black boy. What can you do? Furthermore, They highlighted the word giant. Is that Nika's true form? Okay, I don't care. But like, was he a giant? Again, who cares? Right. The giant hat. Okay, he's remembering the fucking the giant hat and the frozen underground thing. Okay, there you go. Feels magnificent. Okay, all right. Settle down there, Greg. Settle down. It's not that impressive. Okay. The Secret Tail bits are fascinating. Wait, I was told that the man shit in Oda's house. Where is the mention of him shitting in Oda's house? Okay, whatever. Cut material, Oda's whim, Devil's Advocate, they're brought up. They are implied. Yay. Okay, they're implied. Yeah. Some of these stuff, again, it's not canon necessarily, but it could be implied. Blah, 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 blah. Safe bets include the full names. Yeah, right. Yamamoto's relationship. Denjiro getting the pots. Piece of info. Okay, that's it. All right, there you go. I was told he shit in Oda's house. Dude, the stream is not Nate having a conversation. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm not talking to anybody specifically. Isn't this some guy's op-ed? Oh, yes, but it's Greg. The mighty Greg, who we kneel to, who we respect on this stream. There is no Oda and no house, Nate. Nate has been tricked into reading this. God damn it. Okay, last thing we're doing is did anybody grab the link to that translation of the interview? Does anyone have the interview on hand? I know it was around. I think that the TCB guys, I think they posted to that Twitter, so I'll go look in the meantime. TCB Twitter. I think they had a link to it. Let me see here. Okay, here is a clip of it. I'm seeing highlights here. I do always think CBT. Oh, you got it, Salt Miner? Oh, sick. Let's see. Okay, great. This looks good. Thank you. Courtesy of Weekly Shonen Jamperino. How long is this? Oh my, oh God, no! I'm not reading all this. Can we just get to the good stuff? Holy shit. So this is the guy who did, what's it called? Also plus this tweet. All right, let's start with the fucking tweet. Jesus Christ. Oda confirms this interview that once the One Piece is found, the series will... Well, okay, but, like, where did he say that? I mean, of course it's going to end after One Piece is found. I mean, you know, is it... The instant a panel shows One Piece, it's over. It's over. I need a source. You know? Okay, so... Holy shit. I can't read all of this. This is way too much shit. I will say that there was at least one thing I want to see. Okay, whatever. They're old. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I'm not reading all this. I don't want to fucking... God damn it. Artur's tweets. There it is. One Piece. The end. Over. Where's the Nika silhouette? I think I might skip this shit. There was one quote I wanted to read, which was... I wanted to see the specific source. All right, for the 5 years thing. Let's see if we can find a 5. Okay, all right. Let's read this for ourselves. I've heard a bunch of like information about this. Let's just read this. Both of your series have reached critical junctures together. The identity of Black Organization's second in command, Ram, has been revealed, and One Piece has reached the final saga. Okay. Truly at the start, I thought One Piece would end in 5 years, and in about a year and a half, Luffy's crew of 10 would have gathered together. I thought of it like a video game, but I was too far... His crew of 10. Okay, I want to be sticking with that shit. Okay, hang on. I'm getting some notices over here. I just want to make them go away. Hang on. Where the fuck is this?
It's free real estate.
Hang on. Okay, I see where this is coming from. Okay, sorry. So as I was saying, Now, even this is not totally clear. Luffy and 10. Like, it doesn't necessarily imply that it's separate. I agree that that's a pretty reasonable interpretation, though. Please don't make Yamato join. Please. Please, no. Okay, alright. Whatever. Have you thought yourself it's time to end it? I've already drawn the final chapter. What? Maybe I shouldn't have said that, and yet you included it. As I mentioned earlier, I went to the hospital for a bit once. I got to thinking people can up and die without warning, so I figured why not draw it? That's smart. That's smart, man. So we drew the storyboard at least. For now, it's okay, there you go. So there you go. It exists. Okay, I've always pictured what the final chapter of One Piece would be like. Though from time to time, the situation surrounding it has changed. Though really, once the One Piece is found, the series is over, lol. Okay, so this is obviously what Artur is talking about. Again, like, one shouldn't overstate the case, but, like, yes, he is... Like, did anybody even question this? Was a single person out there thinking that the series will go on for, like, a long time after One Piece is found, when, thank God, Oda hard confirmed that the instant that Oda begins to draw a piece of One Piece on a panel, it's over instantly, and he's not allowed to include anything else. That's great. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, it's shocking. It's going to end with One Piece being there, and then it wraps up. Wow, amazing. Okay. I'm just going to act this flat out. How many years until the final chapter? Okay. I've given countless different answers by now, so I'd have to wonder if anyone believes me. Okay, so I've seen people defending him. Yes, Oda has been all over the place with this. He is not a credible judge of himself when it's going to end, and that's fine. I don't blame him for that. That's fine. He's just speculating. He's always said he doesn't know for sure. I'd like to shoot for 3 more years. Okay, so he's shooting for 3 more years. Okay, that's cool. I'm sure you don't know for sure. It all depends on how the characters act. Now anyone saying this 3 years, he immediately says, we're merely navigators for the stories. He's shooting for 3, but I am positive that Wano went, like, probably at least a full year beyond what he thought. So, like, yeah, it's gonna be more than 3 years. He was, like, shooting for 5, like, 5 years ago. So, who knows? Again, when you actually consult the source material, and frankly, I would rather see the Japanese and not rely on translations. They're being very vague. Any of those fucking headlines, and there's gonna be, I'm so mad even thinking about people fucking doing this shit. Being like, Oda hard confirms he's gonna end in 3 years. Those people are fucking liars. They're like soft liars. It's not cool to overgeneralize that shit, man. It's annoying to me. What do we got here? Jinbei statue unveiled in Oda's hometown of Kumamoto. Why Jinbei? Of all characters. What is this? Okay, I don't care. Great. Okay, anyway. Yeah, let's go easy on the Artur. I think we've had quite enough. Now, I'll give you this. It is Stonewall Jinbei. So that's nice to see. Okay, so does your editor know how the story will come to? Okay, here we go. I'm on my 11th editor now, but I make it a point to tell every successive editor the entire story from beginning to end. Jeez. It's becoming a bit of a pain, so I've been breaking it into parts, lol. Though some of the particulars change from time to time. Oh, particulars have changed. He didn't plan it from chapter 1. He's a hack. All right, there you go. The goal remains the same. There have been some outrageous plot twists during the serialization, but the flow of the story has been rock solid to the point that past editors are surprised. But again, that's because the flow of the story has always been super vague, which is smart. I give Oda credit for this. Leave the plot specifics wide open. Have Oda or have Luffy progress, gain crew members as he goes, go from island to island, have adventures, fight with the Navy from time to time, and then eventually find One Piece. So far, we've been rock solid. Obviously, the stuff about, like, the poneglyphs and the road poneglyphs and things like what's it called? Log Island, fucking Lodestar Island, right? You know, the specifics were made up as they went. That's fine, not a problem. So there you go. Good stuff. Are you sure you can just do that? They ask, but they don't remember anyway. Have you drawn the finale yet? I've got notes of my thoughts I've made before they can reach a new island, right, as one should, as well as an opening of the most profound mysteries of One Piece that I've created. Good. Maybe I should steal it. Lol. Okay, I don't care about you, other man, at all. I'd like to go on a trip and stay at a new place every night. Cool. Nicely done. I'd like... To move is what I would say, but I also don't want to. Okay, there you go. All right, trips. They're going to have fun. Highlights to look forward to. There will be lots to see, but I want Roos to be surprised, so he shouldn't say it. Okay, there you go. Oda says, for now, the past will be a big deal. Oh, God. Okay, rock shit incoming. Luffy. Chapter 1 shit. Chapter 1 shit's incoming. Something once happened in the world during the Void Century, which will come to light, which should prove interesting. Indeed. What I find the most fun is when the readers enjoy themselves. It's fun. Okay, there you go. I don't want One Piece to end before Detective Conan. That's what I was thinking, too. Okay, I have no investment in Detective Conan. Okay, and we'll decide on ending on the count of 3. Lol, that'd be amazing. Okay, great. Well, this is good. Thanks for putting this together, lads. Is there anything else of note here? I'm just going to scan some of these questions. Where they were born or where they grew up, their personal lives. Publish, One Piece, blah, blah, blah. Yep. In fact, this is interesting. Like, the state of Shonen Jump when Dragon Ball and Slam Dunk ended and, like, people were worried about Shonen Jump. And now he's become the guy that is keeping this thing stable. Can anybody repost the link for Dead Bread there? I just don't want to get distracted here. But, okay, blah, blah, blah. Jump, yep. Okay, yeah, he worked on Rurouni Kenshin. Based Watsky. Okay, great. All right, I don't see much that I am too invested in beyond this. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, no, this I'm interested in. How much pressure have you felt carrying the flagship of the magazine? That is interesting, though. He talks about YouTubers, does he? Okay, I'll take a look. He feels zero pressure, and he also feels zero pressure. Because it's their fault. Okay, that's good. Now, I think they're probably exaggerating a little bit. I'm sure it's got to get you a little bit, but it's good that they can resist it so easily, so it seems. If you stop at the... See, right there. If you think about it for a second, it gets you. So they just don't think about it. That's smart. There wasn't a scene of Luffy in the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Okay, all right. Great. Yep. Cool anime adaptations. Glad to be close with the anime staff. That's fine. Oh, yeah, he's seen the lecture. He's definitely seen the lecture. Where he says, next saga is the final one. Sure. Let's check that out. Oh, with the series of movies. I want to see that, too. Did he address the part where he stole your railgun plot? That's a great question. I hope that he obviously watches Talking Pirates. He needs to address that he stole from me. Okay, the movie involvement. I want to hear him say that he's barely involved at all. Come on, say it, Oda. Just say it. I wonder if the disconnected nature of the stories in the series makes it work so well, since in my case, every chapter is connected. I have to think about the story in the weekly serialization, so I can't really think about different stories. Okay, so he can't really plan out the movies. All right, confirmed. He puts exactly zero thought into the movies. All right, thanks, Oda, for confirming that. Very based.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Okay, and Aoyama. Oh yeah, Blue Mountain. So it is. That's fun. Oh, they're talking about Film Gold. Okay, I don't actually really care. I don't want to read this that much. I might take a look at this later, but I don't know. Oh, if I were to put too much work into the movies, they wouldn't be able to contain regularly with the series. Okay, all right. Oda is confirming here. You know what? Did anyone doubt this? The people who doubt this will not be swayed by information. Oda is obviously barely involved in the movies at all. That includes Film Red. That includes everything else. Okay, great. Now we know. There it is. And what do you think of protagonist? Luffy is the easiest character to draw. Okay, great. Skip. Oh, defend yourself on the fucking Nika shit. Okay. The real name of the real name. Jesus Christ. The credulity. Is no one going to tell this guy to his face that this is cringe? Someone say it, please. They just bow and say, oh, thank you, Oda Sensei. I love your retcons. Okay, I guess you got to be nice in the business, but whatever. I drew this because I really want to have fun. No, Oda, you could just make it the awakening of the Gum Gum. You don't have to make it Nika. Why do people link the two like he had to make it this awaken fucking Zoan cringe thing? Please draw a distinction, please. Conflict is illegal in Japan. Yeah, that's true. All right. I felt that silly expressions in the manga were gradually lost. Okay, like, again, I have nothing wrong. I have nothing bad to say about, like, Oda. Everyone's gonna, like, jerk off Oda and be like, oh, Oda's got so much soul. I don't disagree. He's like, oh, it's so, what does he say? Silly expressions that were so characteristic in manga have been gradually lost. Putting a light bulb in a character's head when they come up with an idea, or making a character's legs go in circles when they're running, for example. He loves those symbolic expressions, but they keep disappearing. Nobody draws them anymore, even though there are predecessors' creations who also left many formulae we still use. Battle manga has to keep getting more and more serious to keep up with readers' expectations, and I honestly hate that. He hates it. He hates Bleach. He hates Naruto, except for Sexy Jutsu. He hates Jujutsu Kaisen. He hates everyone. Do you hear that? He's saying that you're shit. I definitely don't want my work to become a serious manga like that. I want, I've decided to have fun, and I feel like I'm finally able to do that. When I was drawing this, I actually had fun. Okay, the Monkey God Gear 5th bros are on suicide watch right now. Yo, go talk to a South American One Piece fan near you. Check in on them to make sure they don't kill themselves after reading this interview, okay? Be a good friend. Be a good neighbor. Because they want Edge Piece, and it's just not coming, boys. It's just not coming. And yes, of course, this is a good thing. I am glad Oda is sticking with this. It is good. Again, I'm mildly annoyed that people just jerk off Oda so hard for this, but, you know, it is admirable. Good job. Good job. Okay. And he likes the design. Okay, cool. Tom and Jerry stuff. Yeah, okay, it's inspired. It was difficult. 100 Miracle Talk. Okay, that's what this is. There are those who lose weight and those who gain it. For the moment I start the series, I start to get fat. Okay, again, this is a lot of shit. I'm not going to get into all this. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, whatever. I appreciate oh, here we go. Is this got to be at the YouTube stuff? I've been thinking of drawing Sanji's childhood for some time already, and also had thought upsetting him having one brother. But my daughter was really into Omotsu-san, blah, blah, blah. I want my daughter to like my work, so I tried to compete with the sextuplets by making quadruplets. Okay, cool. That's fun. Okay, obviously he's a cat. He's a hack who does what the fans wants, and he is a slave to his own daughter. Deeply embarrassing. Okay, here we go. You receive lots of fan works. What kind of feedback are you most pleased to receive? I appreciate any kind of feedback. How's this, Oda? You're a hack! You're a hack, my man! Are you telling me Guillermo wasn't planned? Is my life a lie? I would never imply that. Okay. I'm especially happy with those who write that what they liked about the week's chapter specifically. So that's what you paid attention to. Okay. Here we go. YouTubers. Many people in my series discussion groups, that's me, try to predict future developments of the series. I know, it's true. Some of them get stuff right, which is why I tried not to read many of them. That's the correct approach. You just need to not expose yourself to them so you don't worry about it. That's smart. Detective lovers, blah, blah, blah. There are some things I can change. Oh, right. Okay, when people guess it. This is actually interesting. So people can guess stuff, and Oda says, there are things I can change and things I can't. When reveals are too big, my readers can guess them since I have foreshadowed them all. I try to come up with most interesting developments and always go beyond the reader's imaginations. When I started the serialization, the only way to connect with fans was through fan letters. I never thought the world would become the way it is now with everything talking about everything on the internet. I know, right? 1997. If I had known times like this would come, I would have never given hints in the series. That's fair, because we can all communicate as one, like, communal organization, kind of, it does kind of change the way things work. Like, I don't think, if I wasn't involved in, like, the online scene, I never would have learned about, like, the all-blue theory, basically, of, like, destroying Marijuana and stuff. I mean, you know, maybe, but, like, obviously it's the way that we can share information so freely. Change the game completely. Yeah, I remember Oda saying he has the raid fail originally, and then he saw Morge.
And there's a guy that's a little bit based.
My man, he did it, boys. He's an absolute mad lad, that Oda. All right, and foreshadowing moments. Detective Conan, not my thing. I'm sure Detective Conan is good, but I ain't read it. I don't change my mind. Okay, so was there something else someone said to read? Let me just read up here. Oda Raft at the Pudding Theory. Yeah, she was a triple agent until he saw those episodes of the Potty Cast, and he changed it. That's fucked up, Oda. That's fucked up. You know, that sort of fits in with the idea that gods are kind of a joke. Like, everyone treats being a god seriously, but Luffy is having fun. That's true, which is why there are things that I do not hate about the Nika implementation. The things I hate are the most unnecessary, as I've always said. The overall things he's getting at are not all bad, and I actually do trust Oda to handle them pretty well. Let me see. I was gonna say. Okay, whatever. I guess I lost it, but that doesn't matter. Here, read this. What do we got here? Oh, I'll mention this real quick. Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done through this. Yeah, okay, generally speaking. All right, and then we talk about the ending. All right, there you go. I think we covered it all, right? He talks about his notebook. All right, let's see. Notebook? Did I search the wrong thing? Ooh, meetings with editors. That's kind of interesting, actually. They used to be in person, but now it's speak on the phone. So they actually do it on the phone. Oh, that's cool. All right. Notes. I've taken notes of my thoughts I've made before they reached... Oh, wait, we already read that. Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. Well, no, yeah, we talked about this. I've got notes of my thoughts I've made before they reached New Island, as well as a notebook of the profound mysteries of One Piece that I've created. Yeah, okay, so there you go. They just, he's got a note... He's obviously, the man has records on like the important mysteries of the series, which is good. That is what you'd expect for a man working on a story for 25 years. So great. That's good. If Oda pulls out a good ending to One Piece, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be legendary. And I think that Oda has set himself up to do it. There's gonna be some Destiny piece. There's gonna be some fucking Nika wankery bullshit. But if he keeps restraint on things, you know? He doesn't overdo it. He keeps the Destiny stuff to a minimum, and he makes it so that yes, we downplay the god element, so that like Luffy wins because he's Luffy, not because he got one magic super special fruit, not because he has a destined bloodline with a D in his name or anything. He was just the man who did it. The man who fulfilled the prophecy, Dark Soul style. That would be great. And I think Oda has set himself up to do that well, because he kept the series simple on its main goals. Get through the Grand Line and get to One Piece, find it, you're the Pirate King, and stay free. And just stay free. This stuff about like the Revolutionary Army, like that's all playing into like the themes of freedom, and like that's all complexity at the edges of things, the Tenryubito existing. They are just the particular embodiment he went with of that particular idea of like totalitarian control that Luffy represents the antithesis to. That's all fine and good, and it can be dealt with in time, but it's really just about Luffy going on an adventure, doing what he wants to do, resisting the forces that are trying to get in his way, as he basically is a good person on a you know, generally virtuous adventure. And they'll take down the bad guys on the way. And it's going to change the world when he gets there, because that was obviously the premise from a long time ago, so we'll see. And let me see. I'll just mention this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but yo, somebody posted this. If you scroll up a little bit in the chat, the Spooker posted this. If you guys haven't seen this, this is an incredible document. I guess RH is his name, that one incredible autist on the A board on 4chan wrote. And this man read all of One Piece recently over, I think he said he would read, I think he said 1 volume a day for obviously like 100 days or something. He read it all and he took his notes, and the specific goal was to determine if there was actual Nika foreshadowing. His basic conclusion, by the way, is, and by the way, I have read most of this. It is hilarious. I would highly recommend reading it. It's super funny and great. It's good stuff, man. This is why I love 4chan, because guys like this produce stuff like this sometimes, you know? He's totally anonymous. He just made it for fun. He's a good man. And, he's sweet. His conclusions basically end up with, he says, no, I actually talked to this guy on the thread on 4chan. I had a couple of exchanges with him. If you scroll up in the chat, it was linked. You just got to scroll back up. Right. I think he posts his conclusion here. Okay, I guess it's after the chapter there. We're getting there. Come on. Okay, it's right around here. We're at the end. Okay, conclusion. All right. So he says, I think doesn't he summarize it or something? His conclusion is this: Nika itself is total bullshit. And the man points out tons of retcons, like way more than I even remember, man. But like the series is like riddled with them, but that's okay. They're not that bad, but the series did get shaped and you know, formatted a little bit. No, dude, I don't fucking trip post on 4chan. That would be deeply embarrassing. I would never do that. Unless there was some specific purpose to do it for, but that has never been the case. So he is saying Nika itself, the specific lore reveal of Nika, utterly unproven. However, his conclusion is that the power actually kind of seems like it sort of existed. And again, I went back and forth with this guy a little bit. I don't agree with his conclusion because it's based on things like the scenes of, where is it? Oh yeah, like Luffy and Brook healing themselves, and people do comment, like when Luffy and Brook did that, like, how the heck do your bodies work? And he said he has this thing called like the Nika AOE that he believes in 100% here, that like because someone commented on it, that means that it's an actual thing happening in the lore. My opinion is that no, it's a joke. I think that it's a joke, and that the thing that gets confusing here is that what Oda objectively did do at some point, because it wasn't there all along, was that Oda turned a thematic concept in the story, sort of a meta concept, his writing style of how like silly things happen in a manga. It is a comedy manga after all. And at a certain point, I think fairly recently, Oda then decided to codify that into a specific in-universe power with in-universe specific abilities. I mean, of course it's biased. Everything is biased. But, you know, read it and enjoy it if you want. I don't agree with everything about the conclusion. Yeah, and you can love the powers. And I kind of do too, in a sense. But the Sun God stuff is not cool, and the Nika stuff is terrible. So, I mean, this guy is a little more biased into it, but don't get me wrong, I actually quite respect this guy. I think he's a little more credulous about this stuff, and I don't agree with the way he's thinking about what he's calling the Nika AOE, but, like, people think Shanks had hockey because he's scared off the Sea King with a glare, when that's more a typical scene of recontextualized with lore later. That, indeed, that's what we're calling a retroactive... that is what we're calling, in general, retroactive foreshadowing, which I think I've settled that is the term that I like, as somebody came with before. So there you go. I don't know. Read it for yourself. It's a lot of fun. And the guy is actually really funny, so I would recommend reading it. I enjoyed it immensely. The most of that I've read. So there you go. I think we're done. I think that's it for the old stream. Was there anything else? No, I think we're done. Yeah, and I mean, again, if the really idea is that like Nika again, like I gave this guy specific examples of like we talked a little bit. For example, there's a moment where Yosaku, all right, and he actually mentions it in here. Let me see, lime juice. Okay, right here. Like the According to my notes, the tunings of the world seems to drop off severely after Alabasta, but another thing I found is that Yosaku is instantly healed from scurvy when given lime juice. Like, he's instantly healed, which doesn't make sense in real life, and I don't even think Luffy is around here. I think this is when they're, like, off on their own, if I remember correctly. So there's no chance that the Nika AoE could be responsible for this. And it's like, I mean, if we're going to believe that this is Nika shit, then, like, what isn't Nika in the entire series? I am positive that there's going to be tons of examples. I mean, for example, take, okay, you know what, I won't get into it. But, like, one example was, like, Hachi and Kami. I know. The cartoon is cartoon logic? No, I know. But the issue is that, that's exactly my thinking. The issue is now people saying that everything was Nika. They're going back. They're retconning it. Oda might even retcon it, but that is cringe. That is fucking cringe. It wasn't intended. It insults my intelligence for anyone to imply otherwise. It does. It insults my intelligence, and I don't like that. I resent that implication. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I don't want to end on any of that stuff. So we're done, people. We're gonna be out of here. It's like that stuff that, like, because Oda, people really say, because Oda called it the Nika fruit, or because it's called the Nika god or whatever, that in chapter 1, when Luffy smiled, and that sound effect, Nico, which is the onomatopoeia for to smile in Japanese, it was playing since chapter 1. Okay, if you activate even one singular brain cell, fire exactly one neuron, you'll know, wait a minute, is it possible that Oda named Nika after smile in Japanese? Is it possible? Can't be. Chapter 1, baby. Chapter 1, it had to be chapter 1. I will eat your ass, Oda.
Bazinga.
Oh, by the way, Sabo, this chapter was very...
1776 will commence again.
That was Sabo and everybody. All right, everybody, I think we're done. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. There's no breaks on the train. Hackta will be back next week. We'll see about it. Number 1, baby. All right. I'll see you next time, everybody. A Sunday stream in 2 days where we're going to be recompleted. We'll be in the Discord. Hey, go join the Discord. Hey, don't forget, if you want to give me money, if you want to support cool stuff I'm doing, go listen to the BG Monthly Cast. Yo, go listen to Two Piece Conspiracy. You're going to like it. We talk about a lot of good stuff in there. All right, I will study. In fact, I've got to do my my ending grind. I think I'm hitting level 12 on Wanikani as soon as I get off the stream. As soon as I'm off the stream. Where's the Discord? Sure. Join. Here's the stream. Scroll down. There's the Talking Buyers Discord. Join that shit if you want to hang out. It'll be good. We talk there all the time. I'm there every fucking day, basically. Sneeding and malding about One Piece.